tournament first round and a berth into the region tournament. These two teams will be in opposite brackets at the tournament. Oak Ridge final district game will be on Thursday when they take on Campbell County. This is a schedule change. The game was originally scheduled for Friday. Oak Ridge beat Campbell County 56-40 on January 17th. We will broadcast this game on FM 92.7, sponsored by the Flatwater Storytelling Festival. The Flatwater Tales Story Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshop and performances. The event is sponsored by 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Club and happens on the first weekend of June every year. This year, stories include The American History Through Music and I Guess Old John Wasn't Crazy After All, about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Tonight, Oak Ridge tries to win their 8th straight regular District 3 championship here at Wildcat Arena against Karns. Tonight, we are live on prepradio.com, Channel 15, and streaming live on YouTube channel Prep Radio. Our sponsors for tonight's game are the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge Utility District, Mortgage Investors Group, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance. We appreciate our sponsors who have been with us all season long. We'd also like to thank Sandy Henry and Terry Lee for their contributing support as well. We'll be back for the tip-off of Oak Ridge and Karns Lady Beavers following the 3-minute break.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. ORUD has generous appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances from us and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. We're a one-stop shop. We'll sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing. Plus, you can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. Comfort you can feel, savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas. Visit our showrooms in Oak Ridge, Kingston, and our virtual showroom at ORUD.org.
Wildcat fans, this is Todd Fox. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, the no problem people. For more information, visit grayfoxins.com or call 482-0513.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 State Championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Omaha, hike, hike. Hometown football excitement is in the air, and it's sponsored by your hometown bank, 10 Bank. 10 Bank helps build our local community and businesses, which helps create jobs. Bank local, so our community wins. 10 Bank, member FDIC.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
At Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, our staff and our practice are committed to orthopedic excellence in this region. We strive to treat our patients with the respect and understanding they deserve. Our physicians provide service at Methodist Medical Center, Tenova, Roane County Medical Center, and Park West Medical Center to accommodate all your orthopedic needs. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge has 2 locations, one in Oak Ridge and the other in Roane County. serving this area since 1979. We're a proud supporter of the Wildcats.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy is a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest tax accounting services, payroll processing for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advisory services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes here at the Wildcat Arena, getting set for Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcat basketball. Lady Wildcats taking on the Karns Beavers, and as Shauna said just a few moments ago, if the Lady Wildcats are victorious tonight, they are the District 3 champions. If Karns wins the ball game tonight, we have a tie atop the standings, and the Lady Wildcats would have to beat Campbell County this coming Thursday, and Karns would have to win their ball game as well. Just moments away from the national anthem here, I see the ROTC group getting ready to come onto the floor here. Mark Hayes now rejoins us here at the Wildcat Arena. We'll come back to him with the starting lineups and the tip-off of the ball game. But first, we're going to have the national anthem here from the Wildcat Arena. We appreciate you listening to us today on prepradio.com or on our stream, our live stream on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. And we're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. In a moment, we're going to go down to the floor for our national anthem. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back in a moment.
This evening, please rise as we welcome the color guard from the Oak Ridge High School Navy Junior ROTC program to present the colors. The guard is under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Kirk Williams and Chief Ryan Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem, sung by Oak Ridge High School math teacher and coach, Julian Fowler.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, God's bursting in,
And another great job on the national anthem and another fine presentation by the Navy ROTC. And we're just moments away from high school basketball. The Lady Wildcats and the Lady Beavers. We're about to have the starting lineups here. The Lady Beavers and Oak Ridge have been playing since the mid-'70s. Mark Hayes rejoins us here. Mark, you've got the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Thank you very much, David. Starting for the Lady Beavers, the visiting Beavers, they're going to come out with number 3, Abby Harris, followed by number 5, Lauren Martin, number 10, Riley Roberts, number 11, Reese Roberts, and number 23, Madison Perrin. Starting for the Lady Wildcats tonight, they're going to come out with number 3, Demetria Strickland, followed by number 5, Zayana Stewart, number 10, Ayana Porter, number 12, Lindsay Cleveland, and number 24, Cannon Green.
Mark, we talked about this on Friday in the West Ball game. We talked about how Lady Wildcats are going to have to learn to live without Jenna Johnson for the rest of the year, having surgery coming up in February on a torn ACL. She has a partial MCL tear. Just unfortunate that her sophomore season has been cut so short. I see her down on the floor there with her crutches, still supporting her team. Anaya Porter also with an ACL injury. Those injuries seem to happen more on the girls' side of things than you see on the boys, at least in basketball at the high school level. But, they've got some capable players, and they're just going to have to adapt with life without Jenna Johnson.
Yeah, as you know, like you said, Dave, we talked about it last Friday night, and, my position is it gives an opportunity specifically to Bella Boone to come in and really make her presence known in the post position.
Now, it's hard to replace 10.2 points per ball game. That is what Jenna Johnson was averaging before she got hurt. But if you add up, Lindsay Cleveland was not a starter. Bella Boone was not a starter. If you add Lindsay to Bella, you get pretty close to that, right at, looking at it really quickly here, right at 8 points per ball game. It's not quite 10, but it's still pretty good. And hopefully those two young ladies will be able to kind of make up. It's hard to replace Jenna Johnson, her athleticism, especially rebounding and such, but hopefully the points will be made up by those two. Well, here we go. The Lady Wildcats wearing their all-white jerseys with cardinal trim. The Lady Beavers in their blue and white and gold. The official steps in, and we're about to get set here in this big ball game here from the Wildcat Arena. Ball controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway as the ball's ripped out of the hands of the Lady Wildcats, and they fire a 3 off to start the game, and it's an air ball out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. If you remember the ball game at Karns about 2 weeks ago, Mark, the Lady Wildcats trailed the entire game until the final few minutes of the night, and the Wildcats won that game and took home the victory. Lady Wildcats facing some very heavy pressure here. Lady Wildcats shoot a 3 to start the game. It's good. That's a great start for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Wildcats, as I mentioned, trailed every single quarter at Karns High School as the ball's knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. A good start here for the Lady Wildcats. The Wildcats with a win tonight are the District 3 champions.
Yeah, great shot that time by Ayana Porter seeking that 3. I was going to try to look up. I believe Bella Boone had 8 points this past Friday night. As you were saying, Jenna Johnson averaging 10.2 points per game. So I was going to look at the information from last Friday night to see what Lindsay and Bella Boone combined for.
Karns with the basketball. Lady Wildcats working hard on defense. Here's a near steal by Oak Ridge. Saved on the floor by the Lady Beavers. Ball's loose on the floor. Having to hold it forever. 5-second count is on. They've got to call it. Where you at, Queener? As the ball is going to be saved on the floor once again by Martin. Martin works the ball right side. Stops. Continues to dribble. Swings it off in the corner. Good defense by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats getting a trap set there, and they just held it forever. And finally, there's a 5-second call. Should have had one a moment ago, Mark, but they were just very hesitant. Lady Wildcat defense looking strong to start.
You asked where's Queener, and there he was. He had a second opportunity to call a 5-second call, and that's exactly what he did.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, breaking their press with Cannon Green. Wildcats had Lindsay early, couldn't get the ball to her. Lady Wildcats will dribble in. Right elbow shot is on its way. Good. Lady Wildcats have a 5-0 lead over Karns with 6:31 to play in the first quarter, and Oak Ridge is putting on some pressure in the rear court. Reese Roberts down the floor, works the ball to the left corner. They've got a three if they want it. They go inside. The ball's knocked out of bounds. Going to be a foul called underneath against Oak Ridge. Got Hudson and Vitti working the game tonight here along with Queener. 6:20 to play in the first quarter. 5-0. The Lady Wildcats in the lead. Lauren Martin to work the ball in from the baseline, works it in, they kick it out for a three. Nice offensive play set. Shot is no good, though. They get the rebound. They miss another shot. Rebound this time by Oak Ridge, saved by Zayana Stewart. And then a whistle blows and a turnover and a foul called against the Karns Lady Beavers. They had a couple point-blank shots there, Mark, just couldn't go, and the Lady Wildcats have it coming back the other way.
Fortunate for Oak Ridge because number 3, Abby Harris, really did sneak in behind one of the Lady Wildcats to come in, possibly going over the back, but got a good rebound off the missed shot by Lauren Martin.
Ayana Porter with the basketball, drives the paint, no place to go, kicks it out to Demetria. Demetria left side, Zayana for three. On its way, hits the rim, back into the rim, no good. Rebounded by momentarily by Lindsay Cleveland. Ball is knocked out of bounds by the Lady Wildcats. So it'll be Karns coming back the other way. 5:50 to play first quarter. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 5-0, just underway here. Kind of a sparse crowd. We expect a bigger crowd. It's a big ball game for both the boys and the girls. Hopefully we'll get some more fans. If you're listening to us right now, the girls can win the district championship, and the guys need this win with any hope to win the district championship. Here comes Karns outside for a long three. It's on its way. It's no good. They got the rebound. Got to do a better job on the glass there. There's a block by Zayana. She reaches in, and then what's the call? It's going to be a personal foul, I believe, against Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats getting out rebounded, and that's one of the things that we talked about there that they will struggle with without Jenna because she's so used to pulling down rebounds. She has over 100 on the year. That will be hard to replace.
Yeah, it really will, David. I was looking. It looked like Cleveland had 10 points. That's a nice steal by the Lady Wildcats. She'll go down. Number 10, Aeon Porter, put it up. No good. Rebounded temporarily by Wildcats, but then they'll call a jump ball.
The alternate possession arrow will give Oak Ridge the basketball. 5:15 to play first quarter. 5-0 Lady Wildcats. Demetria Strickland will work the ball in from the baseline right in front of the Karns cheerleaders. Has Cannon in the corner. Instead, elects to go out to Ayana, who swings it back to Lindsay Cleveland. Pulls up, takes a baseline jumper. It's going to be blocked. Out of bounds, last touch by Karns. Definitely a smaller lineup the Lady Wildcats have compared to this Karns team. They've got some big girls in there. Lady Wildcats will have to be aware of that. Oak Ridge into Cannon. Three-pointer from the left corner is no good. Rebounded to the Lady Beavers, swinging her elbows. That would have been a foul the other day. Here comes Karns down the floor quickly. They'll work the ball in. There's another steal. Great defense. You're right, Mark. And then a whistle blows, and we're going to have another foul against Karns. So Oak Ridge getting a few turnovers here off of their missed passes and their aggressiveness. They're trying to get in there quickly and run with the Lady Wildcats. You can see Coach Lauren Trent not too happy with the early start here. Lady Wildcats with a 5-0 lead. Oak Ridge to work the ball in. Here's the pass, and it comes in to Ayana. Ayana works the ball top of the circle. She dribbles in, penetrates left elbow, and fires a pass, intending it for Lindsay Cleveland. It's deflected out by the Karns Lady Beavers. We do have a crowd here. We just can't hear it here. They're just not being noisy. 5-0 is our score. 4:47 to play. We're in the first quarter. Oak Ridge basketball. Ayana Porter with it out to Green. Cannon looks inside. Now dribbles in. No place to go. In trouble. Finds Lindsay Cleveland free. Lindsay around to Zayana Stewart. Dribbles to the free throw line. Dribbles past it. Lost the ball on the floor. Kicked by Karns. And they'll grab it. They'll work the ball down the floor. Lady Wildcats try to set up. Karns will try to get a three off. They will not. They work the ball down on the right block. They'll turn. They'll spin. They'll shoot. They'll miss. Foul called against Oak Ridge. It'll be a shooting violation. And Karns will go to the free throw line.
On the foul, David, that'll be Zayana Stewart. That'll be her second in the ballgame, team third. So I believe we're going to see Bella Boone make her first entrance into the game, and I would imagine that Zayana Stewart will go out.
Karns shooting free throw. Shot is good. 5-1 our score. 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Lady Wildcats and Lady Beavers. Big loss there with Zayana having to sit. Second toss up there. Good. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Wildcats in the lead, 5-2. Wildcats got to find some offense here. Bella Boone down low. She works the ball to Lindsay Cleveland. Do the Lady Wildcats. Ayana Porter dribbles in, no place to go. Back to Cannon it goes. Cannon Green throws the ball away. Intending, I think, but then Lindsey Cleveland steals it right back. And then a double dribble is going to be called against Lindsey Cleveland. Looked like a deflected pass there. She might have picked it up and started to go with it, but it'll be Karns with the basketball coming down the floor. 5-2 our score. Lady Wildcats almost a steal. Lindsey has it, goes in for the shot, and it's no good. Back up with it, good. Lady Wildcats scored. It's 7-2.
Great play by Lindsey Cleveland, David. She tipped the pass. Oh, and another great play by number 3 from the Lady Wildcats, Demetria Strickland. She puts up the ball, no good, and then rebounded by Karns.
Got to finish those shots, though. As they work the ball down the floor, they'll kick it out for a 3. It's on its way. Clang off the iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. It's going to be a big battle for it. A jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will go to Karns. 7-2 the score. Had a couple of those opportunities there, Mark, where the Lady Wildcats did not finish at the rim. Against a good team like Karns, you got to make those plays. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Karns with the basketball. They get a quick shot off. It's good for 2. 7-4 the score. She just caught it and shot it. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Demetria Strickland in the ball game. Lindsey Cleveland, Cannon Green, along with Bella Boone. Here comes Oak Ridge with it. Wildcats shoot a 3 themselves. It's on its way. No good. Might have been a little quicker there. Oh, there's a turnover right there. She had to carry the ball right there, Mark, unless he was deflected. Here comes Karns with a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound out of bounds. 50-50 calls not going our way for sure, as that one's last touch by the Lady Wildcats. Did she not carry that ball? Did I see that wrong?
I actually didn't see it. I was recording something, but then it looked to me like the Karns player on the other end kind of drug her pivot foot. She could have easily been called a walk. As a shot up, no good by Karns, rebounded by the Lady Wildcats.
Bella Boone has it to Demetria Strickland. She breaks through the defense, comes all the way down the court, goes all the way to the hole, gives it out to Cannon, out for a 3-point shot. Boy, they need it. It is good. 3-point shot by Ayana Porter, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 10-6. 10-4, I'm sorry. Down the floor will come the Lady Beavers in the rear court. They get the ball across the line. They had somebody wide open. Lady Wildcats had a breakdown on defense. They launch an air ball out of bounds. There'll be Oak Ridge coming back the other way. 10-4 Lady Wildcats in the lead. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to play. Hope you'll join us here. If you're listening to us, come on out. It's a big night for Oak Ridge basketball. We need the crowd support if you're a Wildcat fan. Karns is going to bring some people here. Lady Wildcats have the lead, 10-4. 2:17 to play first quarter. Cannon Green works the ball around the left side. Oak Ridge looks into Bella. Can't get the ball to her. Backing it around to Demetria. Bounce pass to Lindsey Cleveland. Back to Demetria. 3-pointer, top of the key. Good! 3-point shot for Demetria Strickland. Lady Wildcats with a 9-point lead here. 13-4. Here comes Karns coming down the floor. Lady Beavers fire one across to the midcourt line. They swing the ball in. Had an easy shot. If they get it up, it is no good. Rebounded right back up. Good. Then a foul is going to be called. Coach Taylor not too happy with that. It'll be Karns going to the free throw line. It'll be number 3, Abby Harris, at the free throw line.
That foul assessed against Cannon Green. That'll be her first, team 4th of the night for the Lady Wildcats, David.
Free throw is missed, rebounded by Oak Ridge. 13-6 Lady Wildcats. Here comes Ayana Porter, the sophomore point, working the ball down the floor. Here goes to Lindsey Cleveland, throws the ball, intending it for Cannon Green. Not a good pass at all. It's intercepted by Karns. They should have a layup on the other end. No good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats quickly pushing it up the floor. A little bit out of control. Lindsey spins it out. 3-pointer on its way. Good! 3-point shot. The Lady Wildcats shooting the ball extremely well here in the first quarter.
David, if I told you that the Lady Wildcats have 16 points all by 2 individuals, and one of those individuals is not Zayana Porter or Zayana Stewart, would you believe me?
No, but the Lady Wildcats have got to get back on defense as Karns just got up down the floor. Here comes Ayana dribbling in the paint, throws the one right at the feet of Bella, saved by Ayana, picked up on the floor by Karns, reach in and get a tie-up. They do. It'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. Lady Wildcats got beaten down the floor, which is something they don't normally have happen to them. Maybe a snowbird down the floor. Oak Ridge by 8, 58.8 seconds to play first quarter. Oak Ridge basketball. Lady Wildcats working in. Cannon Green sets, plants, guns. Shot is no good. Rebound to Lindsey Cleveland. Back to Demetria. Had Bella early, lost the dribble, saved it on the baseline, gives it out to Cannon. Little 8-footers up, no good. Bella's got the rebound. One dribble, one shot, 2 points off the glass for Bella Boone. And the Lady Wildcats have a 10-point lead. 18-8 the score, 39 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here comes Karns down the floor. Lady Wildcats watching them dribble in and cannot penetrate all the way through. A near steal by Oak Ridge. Saved away by Karns. They get a wide open three. It's up, flying off the iron, no good. But they've got another putback. It's on its way. It's good. Boy, number 3, Abby Harris is doing good work on the glass.
Yes, she really is. She's got 8 of her 10 points so far, David. So we really need our post presence to take care of her.
Here comes Oak Ridge with a shot. It's blocked. Bella battles for the rebound. It's saved by Oak Ridge with 7 seconds. Wildcats go inside. Cannon free throw line jumper is no good as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played 1 quarter of basketball, and the Lady Wildcats lead Karns 18-10. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena following this 60-second timeout.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
A winning tradition defines Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. At Mortgage Investors Group, we pride ourselves in the same winning tradition to help your family find the perfect mortgage loan. Call Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes back here at the Wildcat Arena getting set for the second period. Ben George doing camera work for us down on the floor. We appreciate him. Shauna Hayes doing camera work up top. Mark Hayes doing statistics and color commentary. My name is David Clary. We're live at the Wildcat Arena. Thursday we'll be in Campbell County as the guys and girls will be taking on the Campbell County Cougars. Campbell County and Oak Ridge were scheduled to play Friday, but they moved it to Thursday for whatever reason, and we'll have the broadcast for you. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Just a wild throw that time. Lady Wildcats will get it. Oak Ridge had a little foul trouble with Zayana Stewart, but as you mentioned during the first quarter, in fact, Oak Ridge has an 8-point lead with Zayana Stewart not really getting involved with it. It's a kind of a shocker as we have, another jump ball is called. That'll be the 4th one of the ball game. This time Oak Ridge will get it. Lady Wildcats playing with Bella Boone, Cannon Green, Lindsay Cleveland, Ayana Porter, and Demetria Strickland. Oak Ridge by 8, 18-10, 7:41 to play here in the second period. Lady Wildcat basketball having to get it in soon. Here comes to Bella, dangerous pass, kicks the ball back to the right corner. The Wildcats shoot a 3 from the corner. It's going to be short, tracked down and out of bounds, last touch by Oak Ridge. When Bella got the ball, there were 3 people around her. Probably not the best decision. There is a crowd on hand here, just very quiet here. 7.5 minutes to play second quarter, 18-10. The Lady Wildcats in the lead. Ridge's biggest lead, 10. Karns is going to shoot a 3 to cut into it. Partially rejected. Rebounded by Lindsay Cleveland. Lady Wildcats have a layup on the other end, and they don't finish it off. Ball's last touch, I think, by Bella out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul against the Lady Beavers. And I think that foul will go against Reese Roberts, and that'll send Oak Ridge to the free throw line.
Yeah, to the line for the Lady Wildcats, David, will be number 3, Demetria Strickland. She has 10 points in the ball game. This will be her first attempt from the free throw line. It's up and good. So the scoring so far, Demetria Strickland with 11, Ayana Porter has 6, and Bella Boone has added 2.
Demetria is averaging 10.8 points per ball game. She's already hit that here in the first half. Her second toss is also good. She's a 74% free throw shooter. Oak Ridge back up by 10, 20-10 the score over Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers, moving right to left as we play here in the second period. 7:11 to play in the second quarter. The winner of this game will win the district championship as the Wildcats are going to commit another foul. We don't have a whole lot of people, a lot of bodies, honestly, to get into foul trouble as the foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 7:05 to play, 10-point Lady Wildcat lead, 20-10. Karns with the basketball. Lady Beavers work it in it comes top of the circle. 7 minutes to play. They're going to dribble past Cannon, drive in, take a charge there. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Lindsay. Lindsey Cleveland coming down the floor. Coast to coast with it. Waits for her teammates wisely. Didn't have the numbers. Oak Ridge shoots a three. That's a good number. Good! 3-point shot for Oak Ridge, and it's a 13-point Lady Wildcat lead. Lady Wildcats hitting from the outside and up by 13 here in the second period.
Ayana Porter has hit all 3 of her attempts from beyond the three-point line. Is now Lindsey Cleveland, great defense, causes the turnover, getting the Lady Wildcats a shot underneath by Demetria Strickland. Her shot is up, but no good. But she's fouled by number 23 for the Lady Beavers. That's Madison Perrin.
6:31 to play, and Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line. Demetria Strickland, as we mentioned, she's averaging only 10.8 points per ball game. She's already over that. 74% free throw shooter, knocks down yet another one. 24-10 Lady Wildcats, 6.5 minutes to play in the second period. Second toss on a sweep there, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers with it down the floor, trailing by 14 first half points. Karns with the basketball, working outside the three-point line. They dribble in, they penetrate, and shot is missed. Good rebound by Oak Ridge. Coming out of there with the basketball, Demetria Strickland just playing a whale of a ball game to start this one, Mark. Here comes Lindsey Cleveland, wide open for three. That's no good. Canada, big rebound, gives it right back out to Lindsey. Around the horn, three-point shot, top of the key. That's short. Rebounded by Karns. Pulled down by number 23, Madison Perrin. She's in trouble in the rear court, and Coach Lauren Trent will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 24-10, the Lady Wildcats in the lead. We'll be back to Oak Ridge High School in 30 seconds.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy's a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest, tax accounting services, payroll processes for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advocacy services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes back here along with Ben George here at the Wildcat Arena. 24-10, the Lady Wildcats in the lead. 5 minutes, 59 seconds to play in the second quarter. The Karns basketball. Lady Wildcats with a great start. As I said at the top of the broadcast, Mark, we trailed after every quarter until we won the ball game at Karns. Totally different story tonight. The intensity of the two games at Karns were just unbelievable, including the girls' game, which ended up being a three-point win for the Lady Wildcats. Here's a shot. It's on its way. No good. Another rebound by Lindsey Cleveland. Coming out of there with the basketball. She pushes it up the floor. Lady Wildcats shoot. On its way. Good. Lady Wildcats can hardly miss tonight here in the first half. Down the floor will come Karns once again. And then come Reese Roberts. Throws the ball down low in the paint. Blocked shot by Bella Boone. Lady Wildcats with it, coming down the floor, leading by 16. Oak Ridge dribbles, drives off the glass, shot, count it, and she's fouled. The Lady Wildcats putting up big numbers on the Lady Beavers.
That foul will be against Alsup for the Lady Beavers, David. Great drive that time by Ayana Porter as she goes to a line to try to complete the three-point play. She now has 11 points, getting for 12.
I can't imagine why Lauren Trent would be having a conversation with Matt Queener. The Lady Wildcats have just dominated them on both ends of the floor to this point and have an 18-point lead here, which is crazy to think of. That's bad defense by Oak Ridge and a good shot there by Karns. 28-12 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wide open. Zayana Stewart's back in the ball game. Wildcats Demetria Strickland shoots a three. That's in and out. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Beavers. Pulling down the board, number 11, Reese Roberts, still in the rear court. Then she's going to be fouled too aggressively that time by Ayana Porter. 28-12, Oak Ridge in the lead. 4 minutes, 51 seconds to play. Second quarter, the boys' game will follow. The junior varsity girls won today, 52-34 over the Lady Beavers. As Oak Ridge getting substitutes in. Bella Boone still in there, Cannon Green. Wildcats also have Demetria Strickland, Ayana Porter, and Lindsey Cleveland. Was that foul on Zayana?
I believe it was on Ayana Porter picking up her second.
I was just wondering why Zay came out of the ball game. As Oak Ridge has the basketball. Here comes the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Karns Lady Beavers. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to play second quarter. 28-12 is our score. Lady Wildcats in the lead over the Lady Beavers. The district on the line for both teams tonight. The Lady Wildcats do have the advantage of having won the first game at Karns. As Oak Ridge drives coast to coast, Lindsay Cleveland with a bucket. What a great drive down the paint for Lindsay Cleveland, and Oak Ridge is back up by 18.
Yeah, she has her first 2 points of the ballgame, David. Looking at the last Friday night, she had 10 points, and Bella Boone had 14. So that's how we got to make up for the Jenna Johnson 10.2 point average.
Karns with a shot off the glass, good. Wildcats give up a bucket there, and it's 30-14, a 16-point game. 4:07 to play here in the second quarter. Lindsay Cleveland with the basketball. Double team, fires a pass to herself on a deflection, gets it, swings the ball right. The ball saved away and knocked out of bounds by Karns. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 30-14, 3:57 to play second quarter. In the other ball game, I think the biggest lead Karns had maybe was 7 in that game. It was close for the most part the entire way, but Karns led the entire way. Oak Ridge ball. Here comes to Cannon Green. Around the left side it goes to Ayana Porter. Attacks to the top, swings it back to Green. Cannon has Lindsay on the left side, gives it off in the corner to Ayana Porter. She cannot shoot the three. Now she'll drive in, give it up to Lindsay Cleveland. The ball is thrown away. I think she thought Lindsay was going to cut up the baseline, but she stayed in place, and the ball goes bouncing out of bounds. Lady Wildcats back on defense here. 3:43 to play. 16-point Lady Wildcat lead, 30-14. Got to continue to play good, solid defense. Karns with the basketball. Here's nearly a steal by Lindsay. Saved on the floor once again by Reese Roberts. She drives in. We're giving up too much middle penetration there. Got to do a better job there. Lady Wildcats giving up some easy ones at the rim. Fortunately, Karns not knocking those down, but that shot has been there the entire ballgame. We're going to have to shore that up in the second half.
Yeah, Reese Roberts has really been able to penetrate the lane of the Lady Wildcats. Fortunately, she hasn't made any of her layups, but, don't expect that to happen for her. She's way too good of a player as her first free throw is up and good. She now has 3 points in the ballgame.
No, it's no good. Second toss on its way up there. Good. And it's now 30-15. It's a 15-point game. 3:27 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge basketball. Ridge gets it across to Green to Lindsay. Had Bella early. Goes intending it for her. Lady Wildcats. The ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Karns. The Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal, leading by 15 points. 30-15. 3:19 to play in the second period. Oak Ridge ball. Lady Wildcats looking to Bella. Not a great pass. They keep trying to force it into Bella. It's not a good, wise decision. As Karns drives down the floor, they get a shot up, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. They keep trying to force it into Bella in pressure, and I still think that's the wise move.
Yeah, I mean, this time, just like the last time, David, as soon as Bella touches the ball, and they had 3 players immediately around her, so somebody's got to be open.
Here comes Karns with the basketball, dribbling number 11 against Cannon, throws up a shot. It is no good. Bella's got her big board. Here comes Demetria Strickland down the floor, pushing it up the floor to Lindsay Cleveland. Drives to the baseline. Ball's, I don't know if that was a shot or a pass attempt. Either way, it's knocked out of bounds by the Lady Beavers of Karns. Here comes Ayana Stewart back in the ballgame. Bella's going to check out. A couple big rebounds for her. 30-15, Oak Ridge in the lead. Oak Ridge, Cannon Green with it. Takes 1 dribble, takes 2 dribbles, stops. There's Zay in the corner, drives in. Baseline jumper is up. No good. Rebound to Karns. Lady Beaver basketball. They push it up the floor all the way into the baseline. Ball deflected. Loose on the floor. Oak Ridge has it. Jump ball is called. The alternate possession arrow to Karns. 2:40 to play. We're in the second period. 30-15. The Lady Wildcats in the lead. We're on prepradio.com. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15 and streaming the game live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. They get a shot up. Good. Inbound plays have worked much better for the Lady Beavers. They have an opportunity for 3-point play. Can't let these girls back in, Mark.
No, we can't. As that picking up the foul for the Lady Wildcats, David, will be Demetria Strickland. That'll be her second, team 8 of the first half. To the line to try to complete the 3-point play will be Riley Roberts.
The shot is no good. And the Lady Wildcats, Ayana Stewart has it. Don't want to turn it over here. We've turned it over the last few times. They do. Lady Wildcats in a too much of a rush there. The Wildcats get the ball right back, and we have another jump ball. This time it'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. Lady Wildcats, a couple turnovers, actually 3 straight trips down the floor with turnovers. Lady Wildcats got to be more careful. They trying to be aggressive, but if you don't have anything, don't go for it. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats work it in. That's not a good pass either. It goes to Zayana Stewart, picked up by Karns. The Wildcats are going to get the ball right back, though. Ridge has got to look for the open player, not for the player they want. There's an open player. She shoots a three. It's up. It is no good. Rebound. Zayana had it. She's got it. She wants to shoot. She's got to be fouled. And Zayana Stewart will go to the free throw line, I do believe. 30-17 our score. Lady Wildcats in the lead. 2:09 to play in the first half, and Zayana will go to the free throw line. Zay, 15.7 points per ball game, is a 65% free throw shooter.
This will be her first attempt of the night, David, and she's been held scoreless. As obviously we said, she picked up 2 fouls quickly in the ball game and spent more time on the bench than on the court, I believe, as I believe there's going to be some blood from the mouth of Abby Harris for the Karns Lady Beavers. And so the substitution will come in for her. They'll bring in number 20, Ulisa Kennedy.
2:09 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge by 13. They've led by as many as 18. And Zay goes to the free throw line. Shot is up short. She's struggling to start the game. You know, sometimes when you get into foul trouble like that, it just kind of takes you off your game. She sat most of the first quarter. Used to score here, 30-17. She missed them both. On the rebound will come Karns. Got to get her involved in it. Here comes a pass deflected out by Lindsay Cleveland. Clock ticked off an extra second there. 2:04 to play, second quarter, 30-17. And we've been at 30 for a while. It was 30-12, and they have scored 5 straight points here. 2 minutes to play first half. They work the ball outside the line. Number 10 dribbles in, penetrates the paint again. Draws yet another foul. Got to do a better job. That's one thing I've said all season long. The Lady Wildcats don't hold their ground very much. They'll try to slap the ball away. That time, they're just getting too much middle penetration against Oak Ridge's defense.
Yeah, they are, David. And that's, like I said, you know, we've had specifically Riley Roberts, or rather Reese Roberts, has made many trips down the lane, not very successful, as number 10 is at the line for the Lady Beavers. Missed both free throws.
They've got the rebound, and they'll set up their offense. A minute 51 to play. Defense, rebounding has been a struggle at times during this game as they throw the ball away. Cannon's got a steal. She needs to give it up. She does now to the Lady Wildcats. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. Demetria Strickland to Lindsay Cleveland to Bella Boone. Takes a dribble and throws the ball away. Another turnover. The Wildcats not scored in a month. Lady Wildcats watching them dribble the ball, and they turn the ball over. Demetria pushes it up. Nice catch by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats get the putback, and it's good. Demetria Strickland scores. Zay missed the shot. She got hammered pretty good, and it's 32-17, and that breaks the scoring drought. It started at 4 minutes to go in the first half, and the Lady Wildcats went almost 3 minutes without scoring a bucket. 32-17 the score. Karns with the basketball. Number 11 with it, dribbling around. Demetria guarding her closely. Minute to play here in the first half. Karns shoots a three. Clang off the iron. Bella's guy had it. Got to grab it. Here comes Karns. They wanted to shoot another three. They're going to get a right elbow shot. It's up good. Wildcat lead is 32-19. 44 seconds to play in the second quarter. Karns playing a little bit more aggressively than Oak Ridge. And Wildcats, in some ways, can't be as aggressive because they're in a little bit of foul trouble. As Zay works the ball to Lindsay Cleveland. Double-teamed. Trapped. Throws the ball out to Cannon Green. Dribbles in. She's about to lose the ball. She did, but then grabs the ball back out to Lindsay Cleveland. Around to Zay. Wanted to go in for a shot. Pulls up, shoots a long one. Good. Two-pointer for Zayana Stewart. And the Lady Wildcats lead is back to 15. 34-19 the score. 14 seconds to play. They got to take a charge right there. There's a shot made by them. 34-19. Can you tell what my pet peeve is about that as Oak Ridge works it into Lindsay Cleveland? Around it goes. The Wildcats put up a shot as the first half comes to a close. Lady Wildcats have the lead 34-21. I know it's very easy for me to sit here and look down and say it, but, you know, you got to take some charges every once in a while. Just instead of trying to block everything, just let them run you over. That's my pet peeve and my rant for the day. Mark, your thoughts on the first half.
I thought Lady Wildcats overall did really well. I was actually most impressed with the defense of Lindsay Cleveland. She made a lot of deflected passes, and I mean, she was kind of playing the defense that I normally see out of Ayanna Porter. or Demetrius Strickland, but so Lindsey Cleveland just, in my opinion, just did a great job defensively for the Lady Wildcats. Demetrius Strickland, did a great job offensively. She has 17 points in the first half.
Why don't we take a break here? We'll let you work on the first half statistics. 34-21 is our score. We are live at the Wildcat Arena, streaming this game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. We're also on prepradio.com. 34-21 our score. We'll be back with a look at the stats in 4 minutes.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. ORUD has generous appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances from us and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. We're a one-stop shop. We'll sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing. Plus, you can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. Comfort you can feel, savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas. Visit our showrooms in Oak Ridge, Kingston, and our virtual showroom at ORUD.org.
Wildcat fans, this is Todd Fox. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, the no problem people. For more information, visit grayfoxins.com or call 482-0513.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 State Championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Omaha, hike, hike. Hometown football excitement is in the air, and it's sponsored by your hometown bank, 10 Bank. 10 Bank helps build our local community and businesses, which helps create jobs. Bank local, so our community wins. 10 Bank, member FDIC.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
At Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, our staff and our practice are committed to orthopedic excellence in this region. We strive to treat our patients with the respect and understanding they deserve. Our physicians provide service at Methodist Medical Center, Tenova, Roane County Medical Center, and Park West Medical Center to accommodate all your orthopedic needs. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge has 2 locations, one in Oak Ridge and the other in Roane County, serving this area since 1979. We're a proud supporter of the Wildcats.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy is a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest tax accounting services, payroll processing for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advisory services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes, along with Ben George, back here at the Wildcat Arena, where at halftime the Lady Wildcats lead at 34-21. Mark has completed the stats. Mark, why don't you run down the first half statistics?
Thank you very much, David. Leading all scorers tonight, Demetria Strickland has 17 points. She's 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 9 points added by Ayana Porter. She's 4 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 2 points added by Zayana Stewart. She's 1 of 5 from the field. 2 points also for Lindsay Cleveland. She's also 1 of 5 from the field. And 2 points from Bella Boone off the bench. She's 1 of 1 from the field. As a team, the Lady Wildcats are 13 of 33 from the field. They're 8 of 18 in twos. They're 5 of 15 in threes. And they're 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Now look at the Lady Beavers of Karns. They're led in scoring by Abby Harris. She has 8 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Riley Roberts has added 6 points for the Lady Beavers. She's 3 of 9 from the field. Also scoring, Reese Roberts. She has 3 points, 1 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Madison Perrin. She's 1 of 1 from the field. And 2 points also from Lauren Martin. She's 1 of 3 from the field. So as a team, the Lady Beavers are 9 of 28 from the field. They're 9 of 22 in twos. They're 0 of 7 in threes. And they're 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 18-10. And then they outscored the Lady Beavers 16-11 in the second quarter to take a 34-21 lead at halftime. David?
Appreciate that, Mark. I want to remind everybody, coming up on Thursday, the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats will be traveling up to Campbell County. That game was originally scheduled to be a Friday ball game, but for whatever reason, Karns has asked us to move the game to Thursday, so we will be heading up to Campbell County, or Campbell County has asked us to do that. That game will be Thursday, regular times, junior varsity game at 4:30, the girls game at 6, and the boys game at 7 o'clock. We will broadcast that game on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. 34-21 is our score here at the halfway mark. Take a break. We'll send it back once again. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Second half coming up. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Wildcat fans, this is Todd Fox. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, the no problem fee. For more information, visit grayfoxins.com or call 482-0513.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy's a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest, tax accounting services, payroll processes for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advocacy services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
Your pets are part of the family. And the caring professionals at MacArthur Animal Hospital know this, and they put their years of veterinary experience in caring to work. MacArthur Animal Hospital is located at 2190 Oak Ridge Turnpike in Oak Ridge. To learn more or to make an appointment, please call Dr. Paul Sluha at 865-482-1797. MacArthur Animal Hospital is proud to support some other cats, too, the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and they would like to wish them well this season. MacArthur Animal Hospital, proudly serving the Oak Ridge area, 482-1797.
Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is proud to be a family and locally owned full-service car dealership.
Because of our outstanding commitment to servicing our competitive prices, you will not find a better experience buying a pre-owned vehicle than at Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge. We never charge any dock or add-on fees and have no pressure environment.
Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles, specializing in large passenger vans to help get your large group wherever you are headed.
Roll Wildcats Roll, Dennis Radovac, Oak Ridge High School, class of 2008.
Get your next in at Sexton, Elizabeth Beard, Oak Ridge High School, class of 2001. Online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
And we're about to get set here in the second half. Karns will have the ball first. The Lady Wildcats in the lead, 34-21. Karns with the basketball, wearing their all-blue jerseys tonight with white trim. Waiting for a little bit of a delay here. Oak Ridge comes out with the original starting five: Cannon Green, Ayana Porter, Zayana Stewart, Demetria Strickland, and Lindsay Cleveland. 34-21. The Lady Wildcats at one time had a 10-point lead. Actually, the biggest lead was, I guess it was 18 points at 28-10. Lady Wildcats didn't close out the second quarter real well. A lot of turnovers here. The officials a little slow getting out. Matt Queener finally arrives on the floor, and we're underway once again. Lady Wildcats up 34-21, 7:55 to play, just underway here in the third period. Comes a drive down the floor. Baseline jumper is up, in and out, no good. Rebounded back up by Karns, no good. Got to get some rebounds. Lady Wildcats have had no rebounds. They're going to say it's last touch by the Lady Beavers, but to be honest with you, they've got a size advantage over Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that Abby Harris is really causing problems for the Lady Wildcats down low. She's just a tremendous player for the Lady Beavers.
Got to get Zayana Stewart more involved in the offense. She was in foul trouble most of the first half. Oak Ridge ball. Deanna Porter with it. Gives it out to Zay. 7:28 to play. We're about 30 seconds into it. Lady Wildcats and Lady Beavers need no team has scored. Here comes the trap on Cannon. Out it goes to Zay. Lady Wildcats to Lindsay Cleveland. Inside to Zay. She'll turn. She'll spin. She'll drive. She will have the ball knocked out of bounds. Her shot might have been rejected. And last touch by Karns. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Got double teamed once again. They converge on her every time she gets the ball. I think there's a crowd in the gym here. It's hard to hear it today. So Oak Ridge works the ball in. Ayana Porter. Oh, nice pass. Inside Zayana Stewart. Shot good. Zayana scores her first field goal. The Lady Wildcat lead is back to 15. Here comes the Lady Beavers. 7 minutes to play. Lady Wildcats up by 15 once again. 36-21 the score. Karns moving left to right here in the second half. Karns basketball, number 11 with the basketball. Reese Roberts against Lindsay Cleveland. Kicks the ball. Saved on the floor. In a lot of trouble. Fires a pass off on the right side. Then there's a double dribble called against Karns. 6:44 to play. Karns look pretty unsure of themselves on that particular series.
Yeah, they did, David. Just let me know if the crowd gets too loud.
Crowd is not even hardly able to hear at all. As Oak Ridge works the ball outside to Demetria Strickland, goes inside. Cannon Green won't take the shot, needs help, swings it out to the top of the circle. Now a free throw line jumper, hits the rim, no good. Great rebounding for Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats set up their offense once again. Zayana Stewart with the basketball, dribbles in, continues to dribble, works the ball to the right corner, swings it out. Demetria Strickland for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers. Lady Wildcats hit most of those shots early going. Here comes number 11 with a shot. She missed it. They get the rebound back up. Good. 36-23, back to a 13-point lead. Down the floor, the Wildcats turn the ball over and commit another foul on the floor. Wildcats did not close out the second quarter well at all. And that turnover there, a big one. The Lady Wildcats have got to be more mindful of the ball. 36-25, is that the score? 23 as they change it back. Here comes the Lady Beavers once again to the corner. Good defense there by Oak Ridge. Wanted to drive in, could not. 5:49 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge by 13. Here comes a pass on the right side once again. They kick it out to number 11. Dribbling with it will come Reese Roberts. Out to the top of the key. Out to the top for a long three. Hits the rim, no good. Off of the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Wildcats extended their defense out just a bit. They lead by 13. 5:34 to play here in the third period. Wildcats facing pressure in the rear court. Here comes Oak Ridge with it across the way to Lindsay. Wildcats have numbers here. Here comes the pass inside to Zay. Turns, spins, shoots. Oh, shot wouldn't go in. Knocked out of bounds, though, by Abby Harris. We have got to get Zay going offensively here, Mark.
Yeah, we do. You know, as much frustration as we are experiencing, you got to know that she feels it much more than we do.
Ridge basketball, top of the circle. Zay for three. On its way, no good. The rebound will come Karns. Lady Beaver basketball. Wildcats back on defense here. Karns get right back in the game. They've got some good shooters. There's one right there. She missed that three, though, and the Lady Wildcats have the rebound. Zay coming down the floor, the middle of the floor. She's got held and fouled. Splits the defense, goes in for the shot, missed it. Another miss by Zayana Stewart. 4:54 to play. Lady Wildcats still up by 13. Luckily, they're not playing much better. As Oak Ridge's Ayana Porter gets a steal. Ayana dribbling down the floor. Stops. Goes in to Zay this time. Good. Zay scores. And about the third time was the charm, Mark.
Yeah, Zayana now with 6 points, David. Only 2 in the first half. But she's got a quick 4 here in the first half of the third quarter.
38-23 the score. Karns with the basketball. Break down on the defense. Easy layup there. Good screen action there by the Lady Beavers. And we've got, once again, a 13-point game. Oak Ridge basketball, 4:17 to play. Here it goes out to Lindsay Cleveland. Drives in, and she's going to be fouled. Personal foul is going to be called, I think, against Reese Roberts of Karns.
Yes, that in fact is her. That is assessed against Reese Roberts for the Lady Beavers. That's the first team foul this half.
Oak Ridge in the lead, 38-25, 4:08 to play here in the third quarter. Deanna Porter with the basketball. Dribbling out near the midcourt line, gives it off to Cannon. Cannon Green dribbles right, comes back to her left, gives off to the right corner. The Wildcats, Lindsay Cleveland with it, dribbles in, pulls up and shoots one up. No good. Draws the foul, I believe, from Lauren Martin. That'll send Lindsay Cleveland to the free throw line.
Yeah, I've got that as Lauren's second and team second for the Lady Beavers with 3:53 remaining in the third quarter. Lindsay Cleveland will go to the line. She has 2 points. This will be her first attempt from the line tonight.
She is a, 63% free throw shooter. She misfires on that one. 3:53 to play third quarter, 38-25. Lady Wildcats have led the entire way, have never trailed in this game. That's kind of scary because Karns led most of the way at Karns. Second free throw missed. Rebounded though by Zay. Back up for the shot. Good. Count it. And she's fouled. What a great offensive rebound there by Zayana Stewart. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. 40-25 our score. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a crowd here at Wildcat Arena. We're hoping to get a bigger crowd if you're listening to us right now. 3-point play is complete. Oak Ridge has a 16-point lead. 41-25 the score. Karns trying to work the ball in, and they do. Down the floor they'll come. A 3:47 to play in the third period. Karns with the basketball across the line, dribbling coast to coast, all the way to the baseline, and a hand check foul is going to be called against Cannon Green. Had trouble kind of closing in with Madison Perrin there. It'll be a foul against Oak Ridge. 3:41 to play third quarter. 41-25, the Lady Wildcats in the lead. Lady Beaver basketball. Oh, almost. It is. That's iffy though, Mark. I think she might have gotten back in bounds, but they're going to say that she was out of bounds when the ball came creaming back to her.
I think she landed in bounds, David, but I don't think she had established her presence in bounds yet. I think it's a good call.
Okay, good. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wildcats Lindsay Cleveland has her shot blocked. Taken on the floor, though, and that should be an over and back there. Saved by Zayana to Cannon to Lindsay Cleveland. Her shot is blocked. Saved by Karns. 3:18 to play third period. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor. They had some numbers there. They're going to drive in. Shot is missed. They get the rebound. Up again, no good. Third time, no good. That's got to be over the back. Lady Wildcats have it anyway. Lindsay Cleveland pushes it up to Zay. Zay's shot is up. No good. Knocked out of bounds by Karns. Pretty good rebounding there by the Lady Wildcats. 3:03 to play. A 16-point lead. Their biggest lead tonight has been 18 points. 3:03 to play in the third quarter. 41-25 Oak Ridge. The boys' game will follow. So Oak Ridge prepares to work the ball in. Oak Ridge looking. In it comes to Zay. Zay double team, throws the ball away. Kind of telegraphed the pass there, and Karns has an opportunity. Here's the shot, no good. Pretty good defense that time by Cannon Green, as she stopped what was going to be a layup, and then ball's knocked out of bounds by Karns. Karns just not shooting the ball the same way. It's obviously easier to play on your home floor, but they just don't look as comfortable as they did at Karns about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think both the Roberts girls are kind of struggling tonight. I mean, they're taking a lot of shots, but their shooting percentage is very low, and I would think that it's probably much lower than it typically has been for their season.
Another turnover by the Lady Wildcats. 2:42 and counting, third quarter. 41-25, the Lady Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Karns down the floor. Lady Wildcats playing with Lindsay Cleveland, Zayana Stewart, Cannon Green, Demetria Strickland, Ayana Porter. Lady Wildcats have substituted once. There's an air ball up there. No good. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Should be. Was that touched? I guess it was. They're going to say it was.
I think it's a blocked shot.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure. I didn't see it. It'll be Karns to work the ball in. To work the ball in will be number 5, Lauren Martin. Bounce pass comes in for a shot. Good. They do a really good job on their inbounds plays.
Yeah, they do. And, it's just unfortunate Lady Wildcats aren't, defending it better as they a foul will go against number 11, I believe, Reese Roberts. If that's the case, then that'll be her third.
2:13 to play third quarter. What team foul is that for the Lady Beavers?
Actually, that'll be her fourth foul. So Reese Roberts will spend a little time on the bench next to Coach Lauren Trent.
A little bit of a delay, a mix-up on the inbounds there. They hit the buzzer. They'll reset it once again. Oak Ridge ball leading 41-27. Oak Ridge, Demetria Strickland with it, out to Ayana Porter, to Cannon. Cannon Green, double teamed at the line, fires a pass. It's intercepted and knocked out of bounds by Karns. Lady Wildcats, a minute 52 to play in the third quarter, leading 41-27. They're going to say it was last touched by Oak Ridge, and I don't really have a disagreement with that, as a timeout, I think, is asked for by Coach Lauren Trent. We're going to take it with them. 1:52 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge on top, 41-27. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all, about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena here. A minute 52 to play third quarter. Lady Wildcat Junior Varsity team won today, 52-34. One of the keys, I think, so far in this ball game, and you can tally it up real quick, and I don't want to jinx the Lady Wildcats here, is Karns hadn't been able to hit many of their three-pointers, which I remember them being able to do at Karns High School. Oh, block shot by Lindsay. They're going to call foul, and she fouled her. I thought at first she was going to get a clean block there. She's not the biggest player in the world, but then as she came down, she slapped her hard on the wrist, and that'll send Karns to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think it was a clean block, but then she got her with the body as they were still in the air. So a nice aggressive move by Lindsay Cleveland. She picks up her, I believe, her first foul, team third.
41-28. Free throw is good. They can cut it. Once again, they go to the free throw line. 41-28 the score. Minute 38 to play third quarter. Second toss up there, good. 41-29, back to a 12-point game. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Lindsay Cleveland gets it across the line. Dribbles all the way to the hole. Wanted to shoot, does, and the foul's going to be called against the Karns Beavers. Take it here just for a second there, Mark.
Okay, picking up that foul for the Lady Beavers will be number 10, Riley Roberts. That's her first. Team fifth of the second half. To the line for the Lady Wildcats will be Lindsay Cleveland. She has 2 points in the ballgame. She's 0 of 2 from the free throw line, now 0 of 3. So kind of struggling from the free throw line is Lindsay Cleveland, and she's 0 of 3 now. David was talking about the Lady Beavers shooting from 3. I know at the end of the first half, they were 0 of 7 from three-point land as a team. So Lindsay Cleveland's second shot up, and it's good. So now she has a free throw to her credit. She has 3 points in the ballgame, and Karns will come the other way with the ball.
42-29 the score, a minute 23 to play. Here come the Lady Beavers working inside again, throwing up a shot. This one's no good. Got to get the rebound. They do. Zayana Stewart, and it pushes up the floor. Transition bucket for the Lady Wildcats, and it's good. Lady Wildcats got the board and pushed it up the floor with a really nice pass by Zayana Stewart, and Demetria finished it off. Nice play, Oak Ridge.
It really was. Demetria Strickland, after having 17 points in the first half, that's her first 2 points of the third quarter, Dave. So very surprising how efficient she was in the first half.
Loose ball on the floor. It's going to be out of bounds. Lady Wildcats, as they battled for that ball, had their foot on the baseline. That is a turnover. Not really a turnover, but it will be Karns basketball. 50 seconds to play. A 15-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. 44-29. Lady Wildcats trying to win the regular season District 3 championship for the 8th consecutive year. They have to hold on and win this ball game, though. With the basketball will come Karns once again. 47 seconds to play. Number 10 with the basketball. Tried to drive against Lindsay. Throws the ball away. Great anticipation by Zayana Stewart. Got in the passing lane and picked it off, and then turned the ball over. Unfortunately, took an extra step there. And 40 seconds to play, Karns will get it.
Yeah, she had a great defensive play. Unfortunately, she just had a really hard time finding her balance there. So It was either going to be a walk or a double dribble. Either one would have been legitimate calls, I believe.
Karns throws the ball away on the inbound. Lady Wildcats have a 2-on-1 break. It's going to be Ayanna Porter giving it up for a layup. Oh, missed it. Lady Wildcats had an easy one there, and then the ball's knocked away by Zayana. 28 seconds to play. Lady Wildcats, that's just bad defense by Oak Ridge. They allowed her to drive all the way down the floor. Nobody picked her up. Back to a 13-point game. 18 seconds to play. 44-31 the score. Lady Wildcats in the lead here. Wildcats have Zayana Stewart driving in. Takes it strong to the hole. Shot is no good, but she does draw the foul. I only have one complaint, and it's not a complaint because Demetria has played well. She hadn't finished off a couple of her buckets there. She might have even had more than that.
Yeah, I agree with you. She's had some layups that just didn't fall for her. As to the line, David, Zayana Stewart, first free throws up, no good. She has 9 points in the ballgame, trying to get into double digits here.
Back to the free throw line she goes. 44-31, 9 seconds to play. Third quarter, second toss, good. And the Lady Wildcats need a stop here. With the final 9.4 seconds, the Wildcats will put man-to-man pressure on and harass them all the way up the floor. Oh, boy. Here she comes, driving in, throws the ball inside for the shot, blocked away by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats will get the ball as the third quarter comes to a close. 45-31, the Lady Wildcats in the lead as we head to the fourth and final quarter. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. ORUD has generous appliance incentives to offer your family. Buy appliances from us and get rewarded. It's as simple as that. We're a one-stop shop. We'll sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add to your bill with our 0% interest financing. Plus, you can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. Comfort you can feel, savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas. Visit our showrooms in Oak Ridge, Kingston, and our virtual showroom at ORUD.org.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know your insurance agent's name? Does your agent know your name? Or do you call a 1-800 number that connects you with someone in another state, maybe even another country? Why not call Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, your local independent insurance agency with auto owner's insurance? We are someone you can call when stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. This is Todd Fox. Visit Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge at grayfoxins.com.
David Clarymark and Shauna Hayes, Ben George back here at the Wildcat Arena where the Lady Wildcats are up 45-31. Lady Wildcats played a 3-point game against Karns at Karns. This one's been totally different. Lady Wildcats have led the entire way here. Oak Ridge basketball. Ayanna Porter dribbles in, pulls up, takes about an 8-footer, hits the rim, no good. Rebound to Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor. Oak Ridge watches them set for a three. Oh, it's an NBA range, long one. It's good. Guard them. They can hit the threes and get right back in the ball game, and Coach Trent has called the timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know your insurance agent's name? Does your agent know your name? Or do you call a 1-800 number that connects you with someone in another state, maybe even another country? Why not call Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, your local independent insurance agency with auto owner's insurance? There's someone you can call when stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. This is Todd Fox. Visit Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge at grayfoxins.com.
Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge shows our commitment to orthopedic excellence by providing on-site physical therapy, online patient scheduling, telemedicine, and a podiatrist on staff. We strive to take care of all your orthopedic needs in a professional and efficient manner with the respect you deserve. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, serving the East Tennessee area for over 35 years, a proud supporter of high school athletics. Check us out on Facebook, online at osorortho.com, or call us at 865-481-2541 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here. 45-34 the score at 11-point game. Lady Wildcats, 7.5 minutes to play here with the basketball. No pressure in the rear court. Lady Wildcats maybe will work a little time off the clock. Here comes a trap about to be set up high. Here it goes to Lindsey Cleveland around to Ayanna Porter. Ayanna stops, picks up her dribble, and then throws it out to Cannon, who has to save it. Swings the ball off to Demetria. Demetria shoots a three. No good. On the rebound will come the Lady Beavers. Here comes Oak Ridge back on defense here. They can cut it to single digits for the first time since the second quarter. Karns works the ball right elbow. They've got a shot on its way. It's no good. Rebound to Karns once again. 7:01 to play. Lady Wildcats holding on to the lead here, 45-34. Good defense by Lindsey Cleveland. Stopping. Here comes a pass deflected. Karns drives in. They work the ball and they throw the ball away. Wildcats get a little bit lucky here. Wildcats on the other end of the floor looked panicky a little bit as they took a quick shot here as Oak Ridge works it in. 6:48 to play in the ball game. Ayana Porter in the rear court throws it across to Lindsey Cleveland. Really stripped of the ball because she is fouled. 45-34 the score. 6:43 to play in the ball game. That'll be the 7th team foul called against Karns, and Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line. Lindsey Cleveland will go to the line. She has struggled tonight at the line. (45-34) the score. 6:43 to play. She'll have one in the bonus. 63% free throw shooter. Puts it up there. Good. You need her to knock down the shot. She does. And it's 46-34. Back to the free throw line. We'll go the sophomore. Averaging 5.6 points per ball game. Give her team back to a 13-point lead. Does. Good. 47-34 the score. Here comes Karns down the floor. Lady Beavers in the record moving left to right. If you're listening to us on prepradio.com, we're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15, streaming the live video on our Prep Radio channel on YouTube as Karns throws the ball away again. They tried to get the ball down low to number 4, Alsop, and the ball goes harmlessly bouncing out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They're going to put a little pressure on now. 6:29 to play in the game. 47-34 the score. Cannon will work the ball in. It's Demetria to her right. She gets the ball. Here they come down the floor. With it across the line, they'll come. They'll dribble in. The Wildcats almost turned the ball over. Saved by Cannon. Picked up by Lindsey Cleveland. Throws a bad pass. Saved away by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats get a shot up. No good. Tipped and rebounded by Lindsey Cleveland. No good. Again, pulled away by Karns. Then knocked out, they say, by Oak Ridge. Last touch, I think, by Ayana Porter. 6:11 to play in the ball game. 47-34 the score. Karns to work the ball in. The Wildcats trying to win their 12th consecutive ball game. Karns is tough. They're going to be a handful at the district tournament. We'll be in the opposite bracket for them. Here's a three on its way. Good. 3-point shot. Got to extend it out once again. I know they're getting tired, but it's a 10-point game. Wildcats have got to get some offense going here, a little bit more steady. Here comes Oak Ridge with it. Dribbling in. Outside it goes once again. Lady Wildcats outside, holding the ball. Now throw the ball inside. Nice pass. Shot is up. Good. Nice little pass all the way down the floor to Ayana Porter. And the Lady Wildcats have got to get back on defense here. Here comes Karns with the basketball. Here's another three on its way. This one's no good. Rebounded by Demetria Strickland. 49-37 Wildcats. Demetria dribbles in. Reverse layup. Won't go for it. Here comes Karns down the floor. In the rear court, they lob the ball across the line. They've got numbers. They turn, they'll spin. The shot is good. And it is 49-39. Back to a 10-point game. Oak Ridge basketball. Cannon in the rear court. Blows past her defender. Dribbles down the floor to Wildcats. Cannon Green, free throw line jumper is no good. Draws the foul. Will send Cannon Green to the free throw line. Karns getting a little bit more aggressive here, Mark.
Yeah, I think as the clock ticks down, David, here in the fourth quarter, they're going to have to get more aggressive. Cannon Green did a great job of breaking the press that time for the Lady Wildcats. Went down all the way, took a shot. She was fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 points.
Shot, she means. The shot is up, and it's good. Cannon, a 71% free throw shooter, gives Oak Ridge's lead up to 11 once again. 50-39 the score. Back to the free throw line will go Cannon Green. 5:05 to play in the ball game. Second toss up, good. And a good free throw shooter knocks it down. The Wildcat lead is back up to 12. The Wildcats, once again, they'll get the ball across the line. We're down to the 5-minute mark. Karns steps up, shoots a three, and hits it. Go. The Wildcats going to continue to play hard. It's down to a single-digit lead here, 51-42. The Lady Wildcats work it over to Green. Cannon dribbles in. A little 8-footer. Good. That's a big shot there by Cannon Green, Mark.
Yeah, it really was. Now she has 4 points after being helped score this in the first three. She got 4 here in the fourth.
And we're giving up more threes. Here's one good, banked in good. That's 3 straight threes they've hit, Mark, and we've got an 8-point game. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. That's something they did against us at Karns, as Oak Ridge weaves through the defense there, and I think a timeout is asked for. Lady Wildcats lead is down to 8, 53-45. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena. 53-45 Wildcats, back in a minute.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all, about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
Oak Ridge Pharmacy, located across from Staples, is Oak Ridge's hometown pharmacy. The friendly staff and family atmosphere are just 2 of the reasons they were voted best of Anderson County. Oak Ridge Pharmacy does prescription refills and transfers, home delivery, flu shots, and has over-the-counter pain, cold, and allergy medicines, vitamins, cosmetics, cards, gifts, and much more. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 7 and Saturday from 9 to 2. Drop by Oak Ridge Pharmacy and see for yourself what a hometown pharmacy can do for your family. Oak Ridge Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Wildcats.
Come back once again to the Wildcat Arena. A lot of time left in this one, Mark. 4:20 to play in the ball game. Wildcats had an 18-point lead. It's down to 8 here. 3 threes here have made the game much more interesting. Oak Ridge has a wide open 3 themselves. Boy, it's necessary. It's no good. Rebound to Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor. They can cut it to 6. They'll dribble in. They'll work the ball along the baseline. Dribble in. Block shot by Cannon. Oh, that looked like a clean one, Mr. Queener. 53-45 the score. Wildcats have seen their 18-point lead diminish. It's now 53-45. A lot of time left in the game.
Yeah, Cannon Green picked up her 4th foul on that one, David. It's to the line. Goes number 23. She's having a good night. She now has 10 points in the ball game. That's her first attempt from the free throw line. But number 23, Madison Perrin, having a really good and steady night for the Lady Beavers.
That's down another one, and guess what? We've got a 6-point game, 53-46. Wildcats need to work a little time here. Wildcats with the basketball. They don't need threes. They just need to get good, high-quality shots here. Here comes Oak Ridge, working the ball outside to Lindsey Cleveland around the cannon. Takes the 3 and lost the dribble, grabs it, needs some help, gives it into Zay. Zay drives in, layup left-handed, blocked. Rebounded by Karns. Lady Wildcats, their lead is only 6. Lady Wildcats got to play defense here. Here comes Karns trying to get the ball inside. Wildcats trying to get a steal. The ball is worked on the sideline. They'll drive left. They've got a 3-point game. If she hits it, she does not. Out of bounds to Oak Ridge. That would have been a huge shot for Karns.
It really would have, David. That would have just been a dagger in the Lady Wildcats' heart. But fortunately, it did not go in, and Cannon Green allowed it to go out of bounds. So Lady Wildcats will have the ball with the full length of the court to go. Cannon Green inbound the ball for the Lady Wildcats.
You're going to need to work on your mic here. 53-47 the score. Oak Ridge with it. Ayanna Porter with it. Lost the dribble. Saved in the report. Saved by Cannon Green. Lady Wildcats with it. Ayanna Porter with it. 3:07 to play. Karns more aggressive on defense here. Harassing Oak Ridge everywhere they go. Here comes Oak Ridge's Lindsey Cleveland out to Demetria. Demetria drives in. A travel is going to be called again. She tried to split the defense. That's a good call. Lady Wildcats in a little bit of a panic here. 2:57 to play in the ball game. Need a stop on defense again. 53-47 the score. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor. Karns looks like the more confident team right now. The Wildcats playing confident. They might be getting tired because they had so many players play here. As the Lady Beavers set up their offense, they work the ball to the right in front of their bench. They've hit some big threes here. They're going to drive in. They're going to have a foul called against Cannon. She might have just fouled out of the game.
Yeah, I believe she did. So with 2:38, Cannon Green fouls out of the ball game with 4 points. All 4 of those coming critically in the fourth quarter from Lady Wildcats.
2:38 to play. If you remember the game at Karns, Karns led that entire game and then The Wildcats came back and got it in the fourth quarter. That's eerily what's happening right now. Hopefully that will not happen. Here's a near steal by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have it loose on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow, though, to Karns. 2:27 to play in the game. 53-47, a two-possession ball game. Oak Ridge had an 18-point lead at one point. Karns basketball. Trying to get the ball in. They lob it down low. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge.
Great defense by the Lady Wildcats, David. They had actually double-teamed Madison Perrin that time, and they were able to block the ball, block the shot. Unfortunately, just landed in one of the Lady Wildcats' hands as she was standing out of bounds.
Karns inbounds it. Once again, they'll set the dribble in. 2:22 to play. Wildcats get a deflection, and near steal. The ball goes back in the rear court, and a foul called against Zayana. What's the team foul number now?
Team foul will be the 6th for the Lady Wildcats, David. Zayana picks up her third foul, so after getting too early, she's played much better under control.
2:18 to play in the ball game. 53-47. Here comes the Lady Beavers. Wildcats trying to be aggressive. Karns having trouble with their offense, trying to get rid of it. Timeout called by Coach Lauren Trent. Going to take another one, Mark. We've got to get a couple more in. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena. 53-47 Oak Ridge, back in 60 seconds.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know your insurance agent's name? Does your agent know your name? Or do you call a 1-800 number that connects you with someone in another state, maybe even another country? Why not call Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, your local independent insurance agency with auto owners insurance? There's someone you can call when stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. This is Todd Fox. Visit Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge at grayfoxins.com.
Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge shows our commitment to orthopedic excellence by providing on-site physical therapy, online patient self-scheduling, telemedicine, and a podiatrist on staff. We strive to take care of all your orthopedic needs in a professional and efficient manner with the respect you deserve. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, serving the East Tennessee area for over 35 years, a proud supporter of high school athletics. Check us out on Facebook, online at osorortho.com, or call us at 865-481-2541 to schedule your appointment today.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes. Ben George back here at the Wildcat Arena. 2:09 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge holding on to a lead here. Was 18. It's now 6. They can cut that in half with a 3. Wildcats playing with Bella Boone, Lindsay Cleveland, Demetria Strickland, Ayana Porter, and Zayana Stewart. 2:05 to play. Cleveland guarding number 11 aggressively. They lob it down low. They have the ball ripped away by Zayana Stewart. Slow down. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Zay dribbles in, gives it in to Lindsay for the shot. No good. A travel is going to be called. A travel called against Oak Ridge, or is it a foul?
They called a foul. They called a foul on Zayana Stewart. I did not see it.
Well, that's Hudson and Biddy down there. 53-47 the score. 1:54 to play in the ball game. It'll be Karns with the basketball. 53-47, 1:51 to play. An eternity as the ball's worked down the floor. Another deflection, a near steal by Oak Ridge. They keep trying to lob it down low. The Wildcats reach in. The ball's knocked out by Demetria Strickland. 1:42 to play in the ball game. Neither team getting it done here in the last few minutes here. Karns trying to get back in it. Got to guard that girl at the top of the circle. 1:40 to play here in the ball game. 53-47. Here comes the lob again, and they lost it because a foul is going to be called against Lindsay Cleveland. 7th team foul. This one called by Matt Queener. 1:34 to play in the game. Karns going to the free throw line. 53-47. The Wildcats have only scored, let's see, it was 45-31. The Wildcats have only scored 8 points here in the fourth quarter. And they'll go to the
while giving up 16.
Free throw on its way, good. And kind of scary the way this is kind of trending right now, Mark. 53-48 the score. Toss is up. Good. 53-49. Wildcats will get the basketball. Wildcats can't turn the ball over. Here they come in the rear court. Demetria with it over to Ayana Porter. Ayana gets it across the line. And then a foul is going to be called right at the midcourt line. It'll be against, I believe, Reese Roberts, maybe. And it'll be Oak Ridge going to the line. 1:30 to go. Wildcats got to hit their free throws here.
I believe the foul will go against Riley Roberts. So both Riley and Reese Roberts, each with 4 fouls here late in the fourth quarter as the free throw shot is up and good.
What team foul was that for Karns?
That's the 9th team foul. So obviously we're in a 1-1 now. We made the first, so we'll have the bonus. So we'll actually be shooting 2 free throws from here on out.
54-49 Oak Ridge. Second toss on its way by Ayana Good. Key shots there, back to a 6-point game. Here come the Lady Beavers with the basketball in a minute 27 to play. Got to play defense here. Karns shoots a 3. No good. Rebound, Bella. Bella Boone, Lady Wildcats. That's a quick 3, top of the key. Not a bad look at it as Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor. Here they go. Once again, Ayana Porter. Ayana dribbles right. A minute 11 to play. Oak Ridge in the lead. The Bella goes in for the shot. No good. Missed it. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Then Karns fouls Oak Ridge, who tried to get the ball away with a minute 3 to play. Bella missed the shot. I don't know who was on. A minute 3 to play here. 55-49 the score.
The 5th foul on Reese Roberts, David. So she'll go out of the game with only 5 points. I don't remember what she had the last time we played, but both Reese and Riley Roberts are great players for Karns.
Oak Ridge to the free throw line. The double bonus in effect. Free throw on its way. Good. Big shot there by Demetria Strickland. Demetria's really had a fine night.
She really has, David. Now with 20 points in the ball game after having 17 in the first half.
And she knocks that one down. It's 57-49. Back to an 8-point game. Down the floor, here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Here comes Ayana Stewart with a shot, no good. Another foul is going to be called. We're down to 59.6 seconds. The Lady Wildcats up 57-49, trying to hold on. They had an 18-point lead, Mark. One thing you can say about Karns, they've got to be the most improved team in our district.
Yeah, I think Laura Trent has just done a fabulous job at Karns. I'm sitting here watching this game. Oh, and Lindsay Cleveland's being helped off the court. That's not good for the Lady Wildcats, David. But back to Lauren Trent. She's done an exceptional job at Karns in her first year there. But I'm just amazed in this game. This is an intense game, and she is so calm on the sideline that, like I said, I'm just impressed that, she's calling the timeouts at the right time. But, it's not that she doesn't show any emotion. It's just that she just stays under control at all times. Very impressive.
57-49, Brian Leffler, the trainer for the Wildcats, working on Lindsay. Looks like her right ankle. I don't want to speculate. We've already had enough injuries, and this time of year, you don't want injuries. Obviously, you never want injuries, but that would be a crucial injury if she can't go, but she's back up on her feet here. So, and looks like she's going to go back in the ballgame. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what just happened there, Mark.
I think Brian Leffler did an exceptional job.
He is such a talented human being, is he not?
Yes, he is.
57-49, and Brian's getting married. He's engaged. I don't know if you knew that, Mark.
I did not know that. That's great.
Yeah. Shot is up good by Zayana Stewart, I believe, as the Lady Wildcats now lead 58-49. Feeling a little bit better about it, but still 59.6 seconds to go, and the way they hit threes, that little flurry, still scares me a little bit. Lady Wildcats less than a minute away from the regular season district championship. 59-49 the score, and a sweep of Karns here. I have a feeling we're going to see this team again at Powell High School at the district tournament. What's your thoughts there?
I agree. I mean, this is a very good team as Madison Perrin makes another bucket. She now with 13 points. A steal by the Lady Wildcats, shot up and good by Ayana Porter.
Just like that, it's back to a 6-point game as the Lady Wildcats break the press this time, and now they'll work time. Wildcats got careless there, and, you cannot be careless against the good teams because they were so aggressive. Wildcats have got to hit the free throws. When it looked like this one was going to be a done deal, now the Wildcats are going to have to fight and claw to win it. 32 seconds to play to the free throw line, Oak Ridge. First toss, good. But she just stepped up there and just drilled it, did Demetria.
Yeah, she's 6 of 7 from the free throw line, David, having a great night with 22 total points. She leads all scorers.
Just that one, but Zay's got the rebound back up with it, no good. On the rebound back to Oak Ridge, and they're going to call a foul. I'm not so sure about that one, Mark. Are you sure about that?
I actually didn't see it, but I do know that that's her fifth.
It's a bad call. It's a bad call. There was nothing there, and Hudson with the call there. 29.4 seconds. He'll go to the free throw line. It'll be Abby Harris. Toss short. Rebound. Bella battles. Karns has it though. They get a baseline jumper. It's up, no good. Bella's got this one, and she's going to be fouled. 22.3 seconds to play. Bella Boone will go to the free throw line. It is not her strong suit in her ball game, though. She is a 45% free throw shooter, but she can do it. I mean, Bella has had some really good games as of late, but a 7-point game with 22 seconds to play. Let's see what she can do. She'll get 2 here. Bella looks at the first shot. It's on its way up there. Good. Nice shot there by Bella Boone, and it's 61-53. Back to the free throw line will go the junior. 22.3 seconds to play. Bella back to the line. Toss on its way. No good. On the rebound will come Karns. 20 seconds to play. Here come the Lady Beavers. 61-53. They're going to dribble all the way to the baseline. Block shot out of bounds by Demetria Strickland. 13.7 seconds. The Lady Wildcats that much time away from the District 3 championship, Mark. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, it is. As Karns takes a three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Zayana Stewart.
Too little, too late. 7.3 seconds. The Lady Wildcats are going to sweep the Karns Lady Beavers. They're going to win the District 3 regular season championship. They will be the number 1 seed at the district tournament. They're going to win this ball game. Probably, with the little amount of depth that the Oak Ridge has, probably they got tired there at the end. I don't know. And these injuries to Jenna Johnson, Anaya Porter, have really hurt Oak Ridge. Obviously, with Jenna out, that's a big loss. We talked about that. But still, without Jenna Johnson, a great talent that she is, Lady Wildcats are going to win this ball game here in a bit. She missed both free throws, but Karns doesn't have much time at all here. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's a 3 at the buzzer. No good. The Lady Wildcats have won the District 3 regular season championship by defeating Karns tonight, 61-53. So the Lady Wildcats will go to Campbell County on Thursday. Even if they were to lose that ball game, Oak Ridge would still be the district champions because Karns now has 2 district losses. The Lady Wildcats are 9-0 in district play. They are the district champions. No way in the world Karns can do it. But Karns has earned themselves that second bye, and they will be automatically in the region tournament, and they will give fits to other teams as well. Mark, your thoughts on the win.
I thought it was a great win for Lady Wildcats. I mean, the Karns team, they're good. Lady Wildcats were able to jump out on them very early, as you said. I mean, in the first half, they at one point had an 18-point lead on the Lady Beavers. But credit Lady Beavers, they never hung their head. They stayed in the game. They kept their heads in the game, and they came back and they cut the lead to about 5 or 7 points, didn't they, Devin?
The closest it actually got was 59-53. That was the closest it got. They got it to 6. So, I mean, that's scary stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know about you, but I got really nervous there as the fourth quarter ticked down. And, it was close, and there was still a little over 4 minutes remaining in the ball game, I believe.
But the Lady Wildcats do win the game. Final score was 61-53. A little presentation about to take place out on the floor. Lady Wildcats have won the District 3 championship. We'll let Mark work on the stats. Coach Taylor will be up to join us here in a bit. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
How do you say the name? TN Bank?
No.
Tin Bank?
So
what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
Clary Mark and Shauna Hayes, Ben George back here at the Wildcat Arena getting set for the boys game here. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge victorious tonight. The girls Lady Wildcats were victorious tonight, 61-53. The girls JV won 52-34. Oak Ridge really had already secured the bye at the district tournament. At least they could finish no worse than second. But they needed to win today to make sure they were the sole champions of District 3, and they did that, 61-53, as we wait for Coach Paige Taylor to join us here at the Wildcat Arena. I'll take another break. We'll be back with Coach Taylor in 60 seconds.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know your insurance agent's name? Does your agent know your name? Or do you call a 1-800 number that connects you with someone in another state, maybe even another country? Why not call Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, your local independent insurance agency with auto owners insurance? We are someone you can call when stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. This is Todd Fox. Visit Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge at grayfoxins.com.
Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge shows our commitment to orthopedic excellence by providing on-site physical therapy, online patient self-scheduling, telemedicine, and a podiatrist on staff. We strive to take care of all your orthopedic needs in a professional and efficient manner with the respect you deserve. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, serving the East Tennessee area for over 35 years, a proud supporter of high school athletics. Check us out on Facebook, online at osorortho.com, or call us at 865-481-2541 to schedule your appointment today.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes back here waiting for Coach Paige Taylor to join us here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you listening to our broadcast here on prepradio.com. We're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also on the internet on our Prep Radio site. Mark has completed the first half statistics. Mark, take it away.
Thank you very much, David. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Demetra Strickland. She had 22 points. She led all scorers tonight. She was, 7 of 20 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Ayana Porter added 17 for the Lady Wildcats, 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 12 points tonight for Zayana Stewart. She was 4 of 14 from the field, 4 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 points for Lindsay Cleveland, 1 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 points for Cannon Green. She was 1 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and 3 points for Bella Boone, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Wildcats were 20 of 58 from the field. They were 15 of 39 in twos, 5 of 19 in threes, and they were 18 of 30 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Karns Lady Beavers, they were led in scoring by Riley Roberts. She fouled out with 7.3 seconds remaining on the clock. She finished with 17 points. She was 7 of 16 from the field. Also fouling out was sister Reese Roberts. She fouled out with 1:03 remaining in the ballgame. She finished with 5 points. She was 1 of 13 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Also in double figures for the Lady Beavers was Madison Perrin. She had 13. 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Also in double figures, Abby Harris. She was 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. She had 10 points. Lauren Martin rounds out the scoring for the Lady Beavers. She had 6 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Beavers were 19 of 58 from the field. They were 15 of 42 in twos, 4 of 16 in threes, and 9 of 14 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 18-10, then outscored the Lady Beavers 16-11 in the second quarter to take a 34-21 lead at the half. In the third quarter, Lady Wildcats barely edge out the Lady Beavers, outscoring them 11-10 to take a 45-31 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, as we witnessed, the Lady Beavers really came back and made a good fight of it. They actually outscored the Lady Wildcats 22-16 in the fourth quarter, but the Lady Wildcats were able to hang on and win by 8 points. That's a final score. Lady Wildcats victorious 61-53. David?
Let's get Shauna Hayes in here, and she can tell us about the game we're about to see, which is another big, important ball game for the boys. The Wildcats with an opportunity to take over sole possession of first place. Let's get Shauna Hayes in. She's got more information about this ball game.
Actually, David, I believe Sean is on a bio break, so we're going to have to wait for her as we wait for, also, I would imagine Coach Taylor will probably come up during the halftime of the boys' game.
Well, Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about the boys' game?
Okay. Let's see. Let me find the piece of paper. Okay, just 1 second.
Yeah, I'm not the most organized paper guy in the world. Mark's kind of struggling looking for the paperwork, and we'll have it for you here in a moment.
Okay, like the Lady Wildcats, David, the Wildcats control their own destiny in terms of winning the regular season district championship. The recipe is simple. If they win tonight against Karns and on Thursday against Campbell County, Oak Ridge will win the title. Easier said than done. The Wildcats and Karns played on January 13th, and like the Lady Wildcats, escaped with a 3-point win. Oak Ridge fell behind by 7 after 1 quarter, and the game stayed close the entire rest of the game. Oak Ridge overtook them by 1 at the half, but the lead went back and forth until the final minutes. The Wildcats made enough plays down the stretch to beat the Beavers 67-64. Oak Ridge had big nights from Grayson Strader, Raekwon Watson, and Cooper Williams, who all scored in double figures. Karns also had good efforts from their players, with 4 Beavers scoring in double figures. The Beavers are a very well-balanced team with a combination of size and athleticism. Karns, like Oak Ridge, has won 18 games and also has a 7-1 district record. Their one loss came to Oak Ridge, while the Wildcats lost to West. West now finds themselves 1 game behind both Oak Ridge and Karns for first following their loss to the Wildcats on this past Friday. It is a 3-way race because Powell, Central, and Campbell County have already been eliminated. Karns has lost 6 games this season, but not since their loss to Oak Ridge. Their other losses have come to Farragut twice, Fulton, Carter, and Hardin Valley. The Beavers have won 10 of their past 11 games. Their most recent win was on Friday when they defeated Powell 76-50 at Karns. The Beavers are 7-3 at home, and even more impressive, are 6-0 on the road. Karns is a 5-3 on neutral courts. Oak Ridge is 9-0 here at Wildcat Arena. After tonight, Oak Ridge has remaining games with Campbell County on Thursday, and then have games next week at home on Monday against Alcoa, which will be senior night. Then Thursday, February 9th at Clinton. They will then close out their season with their traditional last game opponent on Saturday, February 11th at Fulton. Tournament play begins at Powell on February 13th with the early rounds. Oak Ridge is trying to avoid the early rounds by winning tonight. We will be broadcasting the Campbell County game on FM 92.7, sponsored by the Flatwater Storytelling Festival. The Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater, June 2nd and 3rd, for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first week of June every year. This year's stories will include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Tonight, Oak Ridge tries to move closer to another regular season District 3 championship here at the Wildcat Arena against Karns. We are live on prepradio.com, channel 15, and streaming live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Our sponsors for tonight's game are the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Mortgage Investors Group, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance. We appreciate all of our sponsors who have been with us all season long. We'd like to thank Sandy Henry and Terry Lee for their continuing support as well. We'll be back for this tip-off of Oak Ridge and Karns following this 3-minute break.
Wildcat fans, this is Todd Fox. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, the no problem fee. For more information, visit grayfoxins.com or call 482-0513.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy's a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest, tax accounting services, payroll processes for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advocacy services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
Your pets are part of the family, and the caring professionals at MacArthur Animal Hospital know this, and they put their years of veterinary experience in caring to work. MacArthur Animal Hospital is located at 2190 Oak Ridge Turnpike in Oak Ridge. To learn more or to make an appointment, please call Dr. Paul Sluha at 865-482-1797. MacArthur Animal Hospital is proud to support some other cats, too, the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and they would like to wish them well this season. MacArthur Animal Hospital, proudly serving the Oak Ridge area, 482-1797.
Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is proud to be a family and locally owned full-service car dealership.
Because of our outstanding commitment to servicing our competitive prices, you will not find a better experience buying a pre-owned vehicle than at Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge. We never charge any dock or add-on fees and have no pressure environment.
Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles, specializing in large passenger vans to help get your large group wherever you are headed.
Roll Wildcats Roll, Dennis of Radavac, Oak Ridge High School, class of 2008.
Get your next in at Sexton, Elizabeth Beard, Oak Ridge High School class of 2001. Online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
David Clary, Mark, and Shauna Hayes, along with Ben George, back here at the Wildcat Arena, where the Lady Wildcats have just defeated the Karns Lady Beavers 61-53, and now we're getting set for the boys' game. The Wildcats trying to win their 19th game of the year. Karns trying to win their 19th game of the year. And obviously, it's a big ball game. Karns lost to Oak Ridge. Their only district loss was to the Wildcats. That was a 3-point game. And obviously, the West High Rebels have 2 losses. So the Wildcats can ill afford to lose their final 2 ball games, as we're about to have these starting lineups down on the floor by the public address announcer, Coach Travis Free. He's the head baseball coach at Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge won that ball game, and like the girls, it was a close game, like 4 or 5 points the entire way at Karns. The Wildcats made enough plays down the stretch to win the ball game. Mark? He'll be joining us here in a few short moments. He is down on the floor. He wasn't expecting me to make him read the pregame show. We'll have that the starting lineups here in a second. Karns is good. I mean, we talked about them. They've got the Faulkner brothers who do such a great job. They have a great bench. They've got Jalen Roberts, who's pretty tough, along with the inside guy of Aiden Goins. Big guy who rebounds and can shoot the threes as well. Starting lineups where Cooper Williams is going to get the start again for the Wildcats. Cooper, a big sophomore, has come on. Had a good game against Karns the last time we played them. Also starting for the Wildcats will be Caden Brightheart. He is a junior player. Caden is averaging 12.9 points per game. Cooper Williams averaging 5.3. The third starter is Raekwon Watson. He's averaging 8 points a game for the Wildcats. The fourth starter is Brendan Scott. He's not too healthy the last time we played him at Karns. He's averaging 14.3 points per ball game. And the fifth starter will be Grayson Strader. He is averaging 12.1 points per ball game. And we're about to get set here. The Karns Beavers wearing their all-blue jerseys with white trim. The Wildcats wearing their home white jerseys with cardinal and black trim. It's Oak Ridge and Karns. The two teams have been playing all the way back to the 40s. And the Wildcats have led the series and have dominated the series as of most recently, for sure. As Grayson Strader's about to jump for the Wildcats. The official steps in, and the ball is up, controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena. For the basketball will come the point guard. That is the sophomore, Raekwon Watson. He gives it out to Brennan Scott. Brennan holds the ball. They come out in a zone defense. Mark, does that surprise you?
No, not really. They come out with a 2-3. Nice inbound or inlet pass to Cooper Williams. He puts up good. Oak Ridge on the ball, on the board with 2 points.
7:35 to play, just underway. First quarter here at the Wildcat Arena. For the basketball will come number 11 for them. That's Jalen Roberts, top of the circle to Faulkner. That'll be J.J. Faulkner. They work the ball around the horn. J.J. thought about driving against Brennan. Did. Wanted to shoot. Could not. Swings the ball left side to Bubba Faulkner. He misses a three. Rebounded by Karns, though. Beaver basketball. They'll shoot again. On its way up there. Good. A nice-looking shot that time by Jalen Roberts. And the score is 2-2. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Out high goes to Raekwon Watson. Minute into the ball game, we're tied at 2. Raekwon holds the ball at the OR in the center of the court here at the Jill Pruden floor and Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge ball. Bounce pass to Cooper. Swings it out high to Brennan Scott. Stripped to the ball. Grabs it. Picked up on the floor now by Karns, and they have an opportunity to take the lead. Beaver basketball. They'll work the ball down low for a shot. No good. Foul's going to be called, I believe, against Grayson Strader. Wildcats turning the ball over, and Karns can take their first lead at the free throw line.
You are correct, David. Grayson Strader does pick up the foul for the Wildcats. That'll be his first, team first. To the line for the Beavers will go number 21, Walker Lockhart.
He was a quarterback on their football team, and he puts up the free throw. Good. Wildcats trail 3-2. Back to the free throw line will go Walker Lockhart. Karns and Oak Ridge, longtime rivals in District 3. Second toss, good. 4-2, so they take advantage of the Oak Ridge turnover. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wildcats with it. Here comes to Raekwon and Grayson. 2-3 zone being applied by Karns. Brennan Scott with it. Bounce pass along to Grayson. Trapped. Gives it off to Brennan. The Wildcats swing it around once again. Brennan's got a three. Won't take it. Now slings it inside Grayson Strader for the shot. He is going to be, what's the call?
They call him for a walk. He went up in the air to take a three, but the defender was there, so he came back down and tried to make a pass, but they said that he landed before completing the pass.
Actually, that's what I saw, too, and I thought we got away with it. Here comes Karns with the basketball. They lead Oak Ridge, trying to push up their lead here. J.J. Faulkner with it in the corner, guarded by Ray. Got a screen from Aiden Goins. They still work the ball back to Aiden. Aiden's going to drive in. Stripped of the ball. Good defense by Oak Ridge. He's such a big guy. He grabs it right back, and then they're going to call a foul against Oak Ridge. Personal foul called once again. Trouble with this guy in the girls' game, but he calls the foul. There was a lot of contact there. I'm not going to argue with him. They work the ball out to the top of the circle. Here it goes to Bubba Faulkner. Faulkner around to J.J. Faulkner. Guarded by Caden. I almost set up the graph once again, Mark. I've done do that a couple times. Here comes to Aiden Goins. He shoots the three. It's on its way. No good. Rebound tracked down by Caden Brightheart. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Brightheart drives in all the way to the hole as he makes his approach. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Karns. 4-2 Beavers, 5:34 to play. Wildcats to get their offense some fluidity here as Raekwon will try to work the ball in. Ball comes in to Brennan Scott. 4-2 Karns, 5:32 to play here in the first period. Oak Ridge works the ball to Ray. Harassed, looks inside of Brightheart. A little 5-footer is good. Nice little mid-range jumper there, and we're tied at 4. Here come the Beavers down the floor, moving right to left. 5:15 to play. Thursday, the Wildcats will travel to Campbell County. The Cougars are the district opponent, our final district game. The game was originally scheduled for Friday, but they moved it to Thursday. Missed shot there by Karns, rebounded by the Wildcats. Here's Ray down the floor, works the ball to Brendan Scott, goes inside, turning, spinning. Big Cooper against Aiden, cannot shoot. Round it goes to Brendan Scott for 3 on a sway, no good. Aiden Goins came over the back to pull down the board. Here comes Karns coast to coast. Block shot, taken away by the Wildcats momentarily, then knocked out of bounds, Mr. Queener says, by Karns. 4-4 our score, 4:38 to play. Aiden Goins, we saw him a couple years ago hit about 5 or 6 threes in a ball game, and he's so big inside, he causes all kinds of difficulties for anybody. We've got a big guy in Cooper, but Cooper looks tiny next to Aiden Goins. As the Wildcats try to work the ball in, the ball's knocked out of bounds by Karns.
Yeah, that was a nice pass or attempt to get Cooper the ball down there. Unfortunately, I think it hit the leg or maybe the shin of one of the Karns Beavers and just went out of bounds.
Here's basketball. Once again, they'll work it in to Cooper. Cooper, a little 5-footer, no good. Tipped and rebounded by the Beavers. Karns with the basketball. Wildcats missing on a little mid-range jumper. Here comes Karns down the floor. They'll work the ball left side. Drive left elbow and shoot from there. It's up, no good. Rebound by Grayson. Grayson then bumped out of bounds. They're going to call it travel. I think it was Lockhart actually hit him, knocked him out of bounds. The baseline guys struggled all night with his calls, and Coach Green's letting him have it too. He even got bumped out of bounds by Lockhart, and Coach Green still argues the point. It'll be Beaver basketball. They work it into Goins. Thought about shooting a 3. Back to the left side it goes to J.J. Faulkner. Faulkner picked up by Cooper. Now Caden swings the ball back to Goins. Can't leave him free, although he missed that 3. Good rebounding that time for the Wildcats' Grayson Strader. He might have come over the back of the Beaver. Here comes Oak Ridge. The ball knocked out of bounds by Karns. 4-4 our score, a low-scoring defensive struggle here early. 3:52 to play in the first period. Cooper Williams, Brendan Scott, Caden Brightheart, Grayson Strader, Raekwon Watson, the 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. Grayson with it around to Caden, around to Brendan Scott. Had Grayson early, couldn't get the ball to him. Caden works the ball to Cooper. Cooper back to Caden, swings the ball back to Ray, around to Grayson. Grayson trapped. Ray shoots a 3, right side, no good. Cooper on the rebound. Shot is blocked, taken away by Karns. Cooper's got to get it up there quick as Goins is lurking in the weeds here. As the Beavers bring the ball down the floor with J.J. Faulkner. 3:22 to play first quarter in a 4-4 ball game. Faulkner at the free throw line, swings it out to his brother. That'll be Bubba Faulkner, guarded by Brendan Scott, back to J.J. J.J. guarded by Raekwon. 3:10 and counting, first quarter. J.J. left side, three-pointer by Beavers, good. 3-point shot. Wildcats have got to find some offense here. The Wildcats have not looked comfortable in their offense to start the ball game.
Yeah, I think the 2-3 zone by Karns is really causing problems for the Wildcats. They don't seem to quite have an answer for it.
Wildcats tried to force it into Cooper, and they turned the ball over, and they shoot another 3 and increase their lead. If he hits it, no good. Rebounded by Ray. Ray drives right past Goins, gives it into Brendan Scott. It goes in for the finger roll layup, no good. Wildcats can't buy a bucket here. Trailing 7-4. Here comes Karns down the floor. 2.5 minutes to play in the first period. Beaver basketball. Karns presents all kinds of problems athletically for the Wildcats. So there's a missed shot by Karns, rebounded by Grayson Strader. Of all the teams in our district, they are probably the most athletic for sure. As the Wildcats work it out to Grayson. Grayson thought about shooting a 3, drives in, and a charge is going to be called against Grayson. That'll be his second. And I think that guy missed it. It looked like number 1 was just kind of in the way and kind of stepped, but they're going to call a foul on Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's 3 team fouls for Oak Ridge and none against the Karns Beavers.
Well, this crew had some issues the other night at Clinton, I understand, as the Beavers bring the ball down the floor. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying anything, Mark. I'll just leave it at that. 7-4 our score. Karns in the lead. The Wildcats have got to make shots, though. If you want to win ball games, you got to hit shots. That's a really bad shot. Shamar had the rebound, saved away by Ray, and then a foul's going to be called against Karns. Wildcats just not hitting their shots here to start the ball game.
Yeah, they're just not falling. It's not that they're taking bad shots. It's just that they're just not going in. And, the biggest problem is Aiden Goins is just it causes such a problem on the inside that the Wildcats are, they're trying to get the ball inside, but they're just unable to this point.
The forcing it inside is the problem, as the Wildcats are going to turn the ball over again, trying to get it in the middle of the floor. They're going to give up a shot on the other end. It's no good, out of bounds. Last touched by, I guess, the Wildcats. It'll be Karns basketball. The Wildcats are trying to get it to the middle of the floor, and that's where they're turning the ball over.
Yeah, they at that time, this last possession, they tried to get it just at the free throw line and couldn't do it there.
Karns with the basketball. They lead Oak Ridge 7-4, a minute 22 to play. We've scored 4 points in one quarter. Karns with the basketball, backing it up, a minute 18 to play. Big district ball game. Importance of the game is Marcus Peters is in the ball game. I mentioned Shamar Green's in there as they work the ball inside for a shot inside the paint. Now they get a three. Fakes it, guns it. Here it is on its way left wing this time. Good. Wildcats are down 10-4. Trying to find a little bit of offense here. 57 seconds to play. Got to quit forcing the ball to the middle part of that zone. I know that's what you want to do to attack a zone. You got to go into it. They do it again as Grayson works the ball. They converge on him as Marcus Peters drives in. Wanted to shoot, throws the ball away. Wildcats get it with Shamar, then Aiden Goins steals it. Then Marcus steals it right back for the Wildcats. Marcus with it to Ray. Caden Brightheart with the basketball. 10-4 our score. Marcus Peters with the basketball to Grayson. Nice pass into Shamar for the layup. Good. Shamar Green scores, and it's 10-6. Nice passing there for the one. Go ahead.
Yeah, really nice ball movement that time by the Wildcats, David. Just a lot more patient on that possession.
17 seconds to play here. 6-10 our score. 10-6 our score as they play for the final shot here. With the basketball, there's a screen, a moving screen, but J.J. Faulkner's going to drive in, kick it out to the left side. They'll shoot one from the outside. Good for three. And the Wildcats trail at 13-6 as the quarter comes to a close. Not your best quarter if you're an Oak Ridge Wildcat player or fan. Karns leads Oak Ridge 13-6. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at BetsyColemanRealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
A winning tradition defines Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. At Mortgage Investors Group, we pride ourselves in the same winning tradition to help your family find the perfect mortgage loan. Call Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
David Mark and Shauna Hayes back here at Wildcat Arena here. Ben George doing our ground camera tonight. 13-6 our score. Beavers look much more comfortable than do the Wildcats. Oak Ridge has struggled as they shoot another three and then knock it down. The Wildcats are in a little trouble. The Wildcats are shooting the ball poorly and they're down by 10.
Yeah, we're going to need people to step up like Brendan Scott for us, who typically is a great three-point shooter. As Kanan Brightheart makes a great drive to the basket, he puts it up and good, and he's fouled.
Caden will go to the free throw line. He's a 68.9% free throw shooter, averaging 12.9 points per ball game. 7:39 to play first half, an 8-point Beaver lead. 16-8 the score, and Brightheart will go to the free throw line. Toss, good. The Wildcats got to play a little defense here. 7:38 and counting, second quarter. Lady Wildcats won today, 61-53. The girls junior varsity won 52-34. The girls won the district championship in the regular season for them. They've got the basketball. J.J. Faulkner, a long NBA range three. This one's no good. A little out of his range, and Ray's got the rebound. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Ray splits the defense, goes in for the shot, and he's fouled by Aiden Goins. He raises his hand to say, yep, I did it. and that's going to send Raekwon Watson to the free throw line. 16-9, Karns in the lead, 7:15 to play. Wildcats giving up those long shots, and so far the Beavers have made those long perimeter shots until that last one. Ray to the line, his first of two is no good.
Yeah, specifically Bubba Faulkner has made his last three three-pointers, one of them to close out the first quarter.
Ray knocks that one down at 16-10. Wildcats down 6, 7:13 to play in the second period. Ray, a 67% free throw shooter, averaging 8 points per ball game. Aiden Goins with the basketball, guarded by Cooper Williams. Works the ball to Lockhart. Right side of Faulkner. J.J. Faulkner with it on the left side, giving it up to Jalen Roberts. Roberts had a great game against Oak Ridge as Goins is going to shoot a three. No good. Rebound, Grayson Strader. Wildcat basketball, 16-10 the score. Brennan with it. Right side to Ray and the big Cooper. Cooper wants to power it up there. No good. Rebounded by Grayson. He's stripped of the ball. Battling for it. The ball's kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Karns. Aiden blocks the shot of Cooper Williams. That's a mismatch in age and size. Cooper's strong kid, but Goins just so much bigger here. And now Aiden's going to come out of the ball game. Coach Henson wants him to sit on the bench for a bit. 6:37 to play in the first half. 16-10 the score. Raekwon Watson will work it in for the Wildcats. Ray fires it in, and it comes to Brennan Scott. Around to Caden Brightheart. Wildcats need to knock some shots down. They're playing us a zone here. Wildcats are trying to get it inside, and the Wildcats sling it out to Brennan. They collapse quickly on it as it's Brennan inside to Grayson. Grayson free throw line jumper is no good. Just don't think that's their shot, Mark. I know Grayson can usually hit those, but the Wildcats that time I thought were impatient to take the shot.
Yeah, the possession earlier where the Wildcats were very patient seemed to work a lot better. It took time off the clock, and it gave the Wildcats a better opportunity for a better shot.
J.J. Faulkner with the basketball. It's a 6-point game, 5:58 to play. Wildcats led 2-0, their only lead of the ball game. It was tied a couple times. Beavers have led most of the way. Here's Faulkner driving in against Cooper. Wanted to go inside. Here's the shot. It's up, no good. Rebound by Grayson. Grayson Strader with the basketball. Wildcats push it up the floor. With it will come Oak Ridge's Ray. He's going to shoot a three, top of the key. No good. Cooper, a big rebound. Wanted to go back up with it. He was tied up. Alternate possession arrow to the Wildcats. They are doing a really good job around the rim.
They are. They are, David. I think Karns fans wanted an over back on Cooper, and I would not have argued that he was not over the back on that one.
Grayson Strader with the basketball, backs it up to Brennan Scott. Got to get him involved here. Caden in the corner, right in front of the Karns bench. Round to Brennan Scott to Ray. The Wildcats have got to knock down some shots here. They're down by 6, 16-10, but just struggling for offense. Here comes Ray with it. He'll shoot a three. It's good. That's a big shot by Ray, and the Wildcats are down by 3.
Ray now with 4 points, David. That's his first three of the night. He's got a three and a free throw.
Here comes Karns down the floor with it. Will come Bubba Faulkner, picked up by Brennan Scott. Drives past him to the free throw line, gives it up to Walker Lockhart. In the corner, it's Jalen Roberts. He's going to drive right. 4:52 to play, second quarter, 16-13. Karns in the lead. For the basketball will come Faulkner. That's J.J. Faulkner in the paint. Drives in, pulls up. They shoot a three. It's in and out. No good. Raekwon on the rebound. Ray with the basketball in the rear court. Harassed everywhere he goes. Good defense by Karns, not allowing Oak Ridge to get into their offense. Cooper gets it on the floor, gives it try to get it to Grayson, and then down the floor will come the Beavers. And Grayson, did he commit his third foul?
I believe Ray probably picked up his second.
Once again, they try to force it inside. Cooper just couldn't catch it, as it'll be Karns basketball side court. Wes Thomas is coming into the ball game now for the Wildcats. Wildcats trail by 3, 16-13. They were down 13-6 at the end of the first quarter in a very low-scoring game. The other game that we saw at Karns was intense, but a little bit more action offensively as they worked the ball in, right corner, unable to shoot. They worked the ball back out once again. Karns working the perimeter, trying to penetrate in. They're going to this time. His shot is up, no good. Rebounded up, blocked by Grayson. Grayson Strader has the rebound. Good play by Oak Ridge. Wildcats crashing the boards hard. Here comes Quez down the floor, running the point now. Quez is going to bring the ball across the line, met there by J.J. Faulkner. He dribbles in, Works the ball, Brennan Scott. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to the Beavers. We got to get Brennan to hit some shots here. They drive down the floor. They miss a shot. Rebounded by Karns. Ball's on the floor, reaching in. It's going to be a foul called against probably Cooper. If you're going to tie him up, you can't be on the back side of him. He kind of wrapped around him to try to get the ball, and the foul's called.
Yeah, I think Cooper I don't know if he just got tired of working down there or what, but he kind of brought the game to a pause as he gets called for a foul.
3:40 to play first half, 16-13 the score. Karns with the basketball. J.J. Faulkner works it in. And it comes to number 5. That's Terry Sutton in the ball game. They also have J.J. Faulkner in, guarded by Caden Brightheart. He backs it up near the midcourt circle. Now attacks inside. Wanted to shoot. Does just inside the arc. It's up. No good. Rebound. Karns had it. Knocked it out of bounds. Nope. They're going to say it was last touch by Quez. We're not getting any 50-50 call here, Mark. All night, boys or girls game.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to reach out to Queener on Facebook.
With the basketball will come the Beavers. They get a shot up, no good. Foul's going to be called. This is going to be a 2-shot foul. Good call that time. To the free throw line for them will go Simon Tutu. Once again, 3:15 to play second quarter. Tutu to the free throw line. Tutu will get 2. Here's the first of 2. Good. 17-13. The Wildcats have not looked comfortable yet, I don't think, in their offense. As that shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Grayson Strader. It's a 4-point game. We're really kind of fortunate, I think, to be in a 4-point game because we really haven't particularly played well, especially on offense. You give up 17 points. The Wildcats working in Grayson Strader. Here's his reverse layup. No good. Wildcats another point-blank shot there. It was a good defense by Karns. Nothing against them, but just couldn't get that reverse to go. And now they can up their lead once again. It's already to 4. They work the ball inside the paint, kick the ball back out once again. 2:47 to play in a 4-point game. 17-13 the score. Karns on top of Oak Ridge. Wildcat only lead of the game was 2-0. Right elbow shot is up. No good. Cooper Williams has the rebound. Cooper gives it down the floor to Quez, who pushes it up the floor even further to Grayson Strader. Saved by Caden Brightheart, who gets a 3 off. No good. Wow, our perimeter game is absolutely miserable here in the first half. Here comes Karns down the floor once again.
I've got us at 1 for 6 from three-point land, David.
Beavers miss a shot, thank goodness. Cooper Williams with it to Brendan Scott. He was held, no call. Brendan's going to bring the ball down the floor, wait for his teammates, give it to Quez, give it to Grayson. Grayson for 3, no good. Out of bounds. I think it was last touched by number 10. Not sure who they're going to give the ball to. I guess it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. I'm not sure. I never saw a definitive signal by the official. I guess it's Oak Ridge ball. Quez will work the ball in. 17-13, the Wildcats down 4. 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Quez leans in, fires a pass out to the midcourt line, saved by Oak Ridge. Once again, the Wildcats Quez to Caden Brightheart. In the paint, shoots, scores. Wildcats knock down a shot, and it's a 2-point game. 17-15, and down the floor will come the Karns Beavers. Minute 46 to play second quarter. They'll bring the ball one-on-one out to the top. They thought about shooting a 3. Unable to do so. He backs it up to the free throw line. They'll drive inside. Shot is on its way. No good. Shamar Green on the rebound. The Wildcats can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Quez kicks it out to Grayson Strader to Brennan. Inside to Shamar. Turns, spins. He's stripped of the ball. Grows in for it. Good! Not a foul. But either way, it's tied. I thought they were going to call a foul there. There was a lot of contact. 17-17 the score. The Wildcats have come back from a 10-point deficit.
Wildcats have only given up 4 points here in the second quarter, David.
Karns shoots another 3. They miss it. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Quez Thomas coming down with the basketball. Wildcats, Quez with it. Harassed. Needs to get rid of it soon. He did, unfortunately, to the wrong team. 56 seconds to play. They drive in, and Brennan commits a foul. I saw Quez was in trouble from the time he got the ball. He was running right into the teeth of the defense. And that's a foul called right there on Oak Ridge. It's going to be Karns going to the free throw line. 17-17 our score. 54.3 seconds to play here in the second quarter. And J.J. Faulkner will go to the free throw line. Toss is good.
Before that, David, Oak Ridge had outscored Karns 11-4 in the second quarter.
Back to the free throw line. We'll go Faulkner. Wildcats down by 1 as that free throw is missed. Rebound, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats, Quez brings it across the line, dribbles in, swings it out to Marcus Peters. Back to Quez it goes, around to Brendan Scott. NBA range 3. No good. Rebound out of bounds. No, saved by Grayson, saved by Brightheart. Wildcats set it up, down by a point. Passing to Shamar, shot good. The Wildcats have their first lead since it was 2-0, and a foul is going to be called on the play. Nice passing again by Oak Ridge.
Yeah, it was. That's just Oak Ridge again being patient. That seems to really work for the Wildcats. And Shamar Green having a great night so far off the bench. Now with 6 points, gunning for his 7th.
Mar goes to the free throw line for the Wildcats. Hasn't been there much this year, but he's really come on strong here in the second half of the year. 19-18 Oak Ridge. First toss is good. Only toss, the Wildcats have a 2-point lead. 20-18 the score with 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. So after leading Oak Ridge by 10, 16-6, the Wildcats have taken the lead now with 19 seconds to play here in the second quarter. I'll be speaking to Coach Paige Taylor, I think, at halftime about the Lady Wildcats' 61-53 win. One-on-one. Faulkner drives in, right side, swings it out to Lockhart. We're down to 6 seconds. She's going to shoot. Stay with him, Quez. Drives in. Oh, nice play. Aiden going scores as the first half comes to a close. 20-20 the score. The Wildcats kind of got lost there on that last play. Good penetration. Good play by Karns there to tie the game at 20. As the Wildcats are tied at 20, let's get Coach Paige Taylor in here, head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
61-53 was the final score. The win gives you the regular season District 3 championship, even with the one game to play at Campbell County on Thursday. You are the champions, and you know that's a goal that I know you always set. You got to start with one goal, and that's the first championship you've won. Congratulations on that. Talk about this game against Karns. Much better game this time around. Even though you were without Jenna, you still had a better ball game this time around from the last time we played them.
Yeah, you know, and it's really, from a mental standpoint, not having Jenna, from a physical standpoint, I mean, it's going to be a challenge for us. But I felt like, you know, we watched film. We spent some time watching us on film and working on things that we need to get better at. I felt like our half-court defense was really, really good tonight. Our transition defense could use some work in the fourth quarter. But I felt like the effort was really good. You know, they did what we asked them to do defensively. Our offense, especially in the first half, you know, we made shots. We were knocking down shots. We were getting stops and going and scoring. One of my two issues that I had, like the frustrations that I had, was I think they had 12 offensive rebounds, and we can't allow that. And we also missed 12 free throws. We did make free throws down the stretch when we needed them, but those are two things that we got to work on.
You had two leads of 18 points in the ball game, and they were able to cut it down to 6. And I don't know if you got tired. You know, you're so short-handed, to be honest with you. I don't know if you got tired down the stretch. They made some big shots. I think they hit 3 threes and outscored you in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
But you did make shots and plays enough to win.
Yeah, and I think that you know those threes were in transition, and that's us. You could say we're tired, but I don't want to make excuses. You know, we've got to know who the shooters are, and we knew that going in. I mean, they didn't have a 3, I don't believe, until the fourth quarter, and so I felt like, you know, they knew what the expectation was defensively, and they gave that to us, and unfortunately they got away from us a little bit in the fourth quarter in transition and made some of those shots. But you know, our girl, even when they cut those leads and they came back, I love the confidence that our girls continue to play with. They didn't get rattled. We talked about that as coaches. You know, they didn't lose their poise. They hung in there and they did what they needed to do.
Which I was a little bit concerned. I saw Lindsay Cleveland being helped off the floor at one point. Brian kind of messed with her a little bit, and right back out on the floor she went. What happened?
She had cramps. She had a bad leg cramp. So we got to make sure that girl's ready to go and not not cramping up, and that. But no, it was a leg cramp.
Coach, have you seen any kind of, you don't have the services of Jenna the rest of the year, and that's just absolutely unfortunate. She's averaging 10 points a game. She's your leading rebounder. She does so many things for you. How do you adjust to life without her?
It's a struggle because, obviously right off the bat, it affects our depth. We're already not the deepest team around. It's a mental part of it. She brings so much that, they all bring something individually and something special that nobody else brings. And so we're going to miss what Jenna brings, her length, her athletic ability, her play around the basket, her rebounds, defensively having her inside, but lots of things that we'll miss. And we're going to have to pick up the slack. People are going to have to step up. And, fortunately for us, we've kind of been in this situation. I mean, it's been, I feel like it's been our story this year. We've had injuries and we've had sicknesses where we have had to step up and take some more responsibility because we're missing teammates. And it's definitely a hit in a lot of different ways. But, the expectation does not change for our team, and the expectations for the players does not change.
Demetria had a big night tonight offensively. Always good to see. Campbell County on Thursday. That's a different date for the ball game. You win the championship, but you still got to play one more district game and 3 more games later.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. You said this earlier. Our goal obviously was, you set goals, and our first goal was met tonight by winning the district outright. We did that. We achieved that goal, but I told the girls in there, it's not enough. I mean, we want to finish strong. I don't want to be satisfied with just winning it. I want to win it all. I want to go undefeated in the district, and it's one game at a time. So we're going to go to Campbell County. We know it's going to be physical. We know it's going to be a battle. It was here. And so we've got to be prepared for that. And then after that, district closes out. We've got 3 games to prepare us for that off season. Just 3 more, tests against a really good Alcoa team, and then we've got Clinton and we've got Fulton. Obviously our focus after Thursday, our focus for Thursday night is to win a basketball game to be undefeated. Our focus after that is to finish out strong regular season for 3 games to carry us that momentum to take us into the postseason and then start attacking that district tournament.
Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Lady Wildcats win their ball game 61-53. We're at halftime of the boys game. 20-20 is our score. And Mark, I believe you have completed the first half statistics.
Thank you very much, David. As you said, Oak Ridge tied it up with the Karns Beavers at half with a score of 20-20. Leading scorer for the Wildcats so far, we have 2 individuals with 7 points each. Shamar Green off the bench has 7 points. He's perfect on the night. 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Caden Brightheart also with 7 points for the Wildcats. He's 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Cooper Williams has added 2 points for the Wildcats. He's 1 of 4 from the field, 4 points by Ray Watson. He's 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Wildcats are 8 of 21 from the field. They're 7 of 13 in twos. They're 1 of 8 in threes, and they're 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Karns Beavers, they're led in scoring by number 3, Bubba Faulkner, rather. He has 9 points, 3 of 5 from beyond the three-point line. 3 points added by J.J. Faulkner. He's 1 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. Actually, he has 4 points because he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Let's see, Aiden Goins has 2 points. He's 0 of 3 from beyond the three-point line, but he is 1 of 1 from two-point land. Let's see, Walker Lockhart has 2 points, both of those from the free throw line, where he's 2 of 2. Simon Tutu has 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and Jalen Roberts has 2 points for the Beavers. He's 1 of 7 from the field. As a team, the Beavers are 6 of 29 from the field. They're 2 of 15 in twos, 4 of 14 in threes, and they're 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Oak Ridge trailed at the end of the first quarter 13-6 and then outscored the Beavers 14-7 in the second quarter, and that's how we get to a tie game where we're tied up 20-20. Earlier tonight, Lady Wildcats were victorious by a final score of 61-53. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats, that is, was Demetria Strickland. She had 22. Ayana Porter added 17. Zayana Stewart had 12. Lindsay Cleveland had 5. Cannon Green with 4. And Bella Boone had 3. Scoring for Lady Beavers, they were led by Abby Harris. She had 10. Actually, no. Leading scorer was Riley Roberts. She had 17. Also in double figures, Madison Perrin had 13. Abby Harris had 10. 6 points for Lauren Martin. And 5 points for Reese Roberts. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 18-10, then outscored the Lady Beavers 16-11 in the second quarter to take a 34-21 lead into half. In the third quarter, Lady Wildcats edge out the Lady Beavers, outscoring them 11-10 to take a 45-31 lead into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Lady Wildcats were actually outscored by the Lady Beavers 22-6, but the Lady Wildcats still were victorious by 8 points. As I said earlier, they won by a final score of 61-53. David?
Mark, if you told me that Grayson Strader and Brennan Scott were to be held scoreless, I would have thought maybe we were down by 10 or 15 points and that Shamar Green would be our leading scorer along with Caden Brightheart. I would have said, I'm not so sure if the Wildcats are playing okay, but right now it's 20-20, but those two guys have got to step it up here in the second half.
I noticed that the Wildcats were much more successful getting the ball inside when Aiden Goins was not in the ball game. When they brought Chris Hunter in as a substitute for Goins, the Wildcats were more successful. So let's see if they can't do more of that here in the second half.
Wildcats at one time were down 10, 16-6. We're tied at 20-20. Goins does start the game for the Karns Beavers here in the second half. The Wildcat starters, the original starting five, Raekwon Watson along with Brennan Scott. They give up a 3 here. It's up, no good. Goins on the rebound, good. Bounced over the top, and the Wildcats trail 22-20. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Goins just kind of pulled down that board over the top of Cooper as Ray's having trouble with the basketball and gives it out to Brightheart, trapped along the baseline. Wanted to go with a reverse layup, gives it out to Brennan Scott to Grayson Strader. 22-20, Karns in the lead. Grayson for 3, it's a big one. Good! Banked it in, I think there, Mark, but it still counts.
Yes, the bank is open early here in the second half, David.
And that's the first 3 points of the game for Grayson Strader. Maybe that'll get him going here. 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 23-22 Wildcats. Karns with the basketball. Jalen Roberts with it. They work the ball to Faulkner. Driving against Brennan, back to the top of the circle to his brother, Bubba Faulkner. Pulls up inside the paint, shoots and scores. Wildcats are down again. 24-23 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 6:42 to play here in the third quarter. Ray dribbles in all the way, cannot shoot. Backs it up Brennan Scott. Before that, what's the call? Travel's going to be called, I think, against Oak Ridge.
Yeah, they did call it travel, and he did. He tried to stop, but his momentum just kind of kept him going as he drug his pivot foot there, David.
These ball games have been the same all season long. The last Karns game was a 3-point game and hardly any separation between the two. The Wildcats need to stop on defense here. With the basketball will come Bubba Faulkner. Backs up, gives it out to Aiden Goins. Won't shoot over the top of Oak Ridge defender Shamar Green, who's in the ball game. 6:15 to play third quarter, 24-23. With the basketball, Jalen Roberts to Faulkner. Faulkner at the free throw line, gives it up to his brother. It's Bubba Faulkner. Over it goes to Goins. He lost the ball. Taken away by Grayson. Ball ripped out of his hands, though, and back the other way we come. Wildcats get a turnover. They don't make anything of it as the Karns Beavers take advantage of it, and they have a 3-point lead. Here they come down the floor. The Wildcats with it to Raekwon Watson. 5:48 to play third quarter, 26-23. Before the season started, Coach Green told me he thought Karns on paper was the best team in the district, and yeah, they are. They're athletic. They've got a good team. They shoot the ball well. They do a lot of things well. They've got size. They're athletic. As the Wildcats are down 3 again. They've trailed by as many as 10. Brightheart's going to be called for a travel. Got to put the ball down on the floor, and that's a turnover. Coach Green not too happy about it, and he did it. He's just more upset that Caden turned the ball over. Now you got to get some stops on defense. The Wildcats took the lead just a moment ago, 23-22, but now they're down 3 with 5:20 to play here in the third quarter. With the basketball will come Faulkner, drives left. Aiden Goins for 3. The big guy missed it again. He's struggling. He used to hit him all the time against us. The Wildcats with it for Brennan Scott. He dribbles in, lost his balance, swings it back out to Breithart. No place to go except to Brennan. Brennan drives in against Goins. Inside to Shamar for the shot. Good. Count it, and Goins fouls him. Shamar came ready to play tonight here at the Wildcat Arena.
He stays, perfect on the night, David, as Aiden Goins picks up his second foul, team first of the half for the Karns Beavers, rather. Shamar Green goes to the line with 9 points.
26-25. Free throw is no good. Jinxed him, Mark. The Beavers come down the floor. 4 minutes, 54 seconds to play third quarter. Away from the ball. Didn't see what happened there. Play is halted for a moment. Something on the Karns sideline.
Yeah, I believe one of the assistant coaches for Karns was standing up, and so only the head coach, I believe, is able to stand.
Okay, so they stopped play for that. He could have just kind of mentioned it to him as Goins has the ball for another 3. It's up. That's an air ball. I don't know. I guess, Goins has hit big shots against us, and he's continuing to try to knock down threes, but I think he's 0 for 5, is he not, from three-point range?
Yeah, that's exactly what I have him for, 0 for 5 from beyond the three-point arc.
Oak Ridge basketball down a point. Wildcats with it, bounce pass, intending it for Grayson Strader, knocked out of bounds by J.J. Faulkner. Oak Ridge trails by 1. 26-25 the score. The Wildcats, Ray will try to work the ball in. And it comes to Breithart. Breithart drives to the paint. Shot is no good. Rebound to the Beavers. Wildcats down by a point. Back on defense they go. Here it goes out to the left side to number 11. That'll be Jalen Roberts. To J.J. Faulkner, 26-25. Karns by 1. 4:10 to play. Faulkner dribbles in, pulls up. Fadeaway jumper, hits the rim, and drops in good. 28-25 the score. The Wildcats quickly down the floor. Here comes Ray, top of the circle. He's stripped to the ball, and that's a turnover and a layup on the other end. Good. Ray just kind of lost his footing, it looked like. Now the Wildcats are down 5, Mark.
Yeah, Bubba Faulkner, did a good job of just picking Ray's pocket there.
Bridge basketball, Caden Breithart with it to Grayson Strader. Wildcats got to get Brennan involved here. Is Brennan still yet to score in the game?
He is yet to score. That is correct.
And he's about to turn the ball over again. And he did. Brennan just not on his game, or maybe we'll give credit to the Karns Beavers, but Wildcats are down 5, 3:24 to play, and Brennan, who's averaging for the Wildcats 14.3 points per ball game, has not scored a point in this one. 5-point Beaver lead here. Wildcats have got nothing in transition. As Karns drives in the paint, there's a fadeaway shot. That's going to be a turnover. Wildcats are going to get it. Jump ball, the alternate position as Jalen Roberts was held. Good defense there by Oak Ridge.
It really was. I mean, he was, sorry, David, he was making a move inside, and the Wildcats just went right for the ball and able to grab it and cause that turnover.
3:08 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge basketball down 5, 30-25. They've trailed most of the way. Brennan Scott dribbles in, lost the ball again. Brennan just not being careful with the ball, and luckily they missed a shot there. It goes out of bounds. I think it should be Oak Ridge's ball. Brennan got to be more careful, and he's going to come out of the ball game. 53 to play third quarter. 30-25 our score. On prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also on the YouTube channel, Prep Radio, as Caden Breithart puts up a shot, no good. Grayson Strader on the rebound, no good. Wildcats are down by 3. 46 to play third quarter. These low-scoring games are not what Oak Ridge wants to play. This is kind of Karns likes to get it up and down the floor too, but this game, the pace obviously is more in the favor of Karns, at least right now. With the basketball, that's JJ. Nearly stripped of the ball, slings the ball to his right. Played by Roberts. Roberts wanted to drive in on Ray, could not do it. Backs it up once again to Bubba Faulkner. Bubba drives against Price Davis, who's in the ball game. Pass to the left for a long three. It's up. Good. 3-point shot. And the Faulkner brothers are doing it tonight. Oak Ridge down the floor, down by 6. They've trailed by as many as 10 in the ball game. As Ray got a screen, missed the shot. Shamar has the rebound, wanted to go right back up with it. It's blocked. Grayson has the rebound. It's blocked. And then a foul is going to be called, I think, against Karns. Will send Grayson Strader to the free throw line. 1:49 to play third quarter, a 6-point game. You talk, the Faulkners played well at Karns, but tonight they're knocking down the shots.
Yeah, they are. Both of them in double figures, David. J.J. Faulkner with 10 and Bubba Faulkner with 13. Let's see, J.J. has 3 3-pointers, and so does Bubba.
First free throw by Grayson Strader is good. The Wildcats are down 5. 1:49 to play. Time ticking away here in the third quarter. 33-28 the score. 1:49 to play third quarter. Back to the free throw line. Senior Grayson Strader. Great year for the Wildcats. Misfires on the free throw, though, and it's pulled down by number 21 for them, Walker Lockhart. Here comes Karns down the floor. They lead Oak Ridge by 5 as we get close to the end of the third period. 33-28 the score. Nice move there by Faulkner. Shot is on its way. No good. Big board there by Grayson Strader to Ray. The Wildcats need to value the ball here. They work the ball along the baseline. Price Davis with it. The ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Karns. 1:25 to play, 5-point game. The Beavers in the lead, 33-28. Surprisingly small student section here for such big magnitude of the ball game here. 33-28 the score. 1:22 to play third quarter. The Wildcats trailing by 5. Grayson with the basketball. Grayson Strader out to Shamar. Holds it, gives it off to Ray. Karns doing a really good job holding him back. He wanted to penetrate in. Good defense by the Faulkner. One of the Faulkners, and that's number 1, J.J. Faulkner. Backs up to the midcourt circle. 1:05 to play. Ray dribbles in, wants to go in, cannot. Good defense, Karns. Grayson Strader with it. Thought about driving in. Goes all the way underneath the goal. Shoots, no good. And a foul is going to be called against Karns, and Grayson will shoot a couple more free throws. Grayson, I like it when he's aggressive like that, and he'll go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 more shots.
That foul will be on Bubba Faulkner. I believe that's his first, team third. To the line for the Wildcats will, as you said, David, go Grayson Strader. He has 6 points in the ball game. He's 1 of 2 from the line.
It goes up good. Wildcats are down 4. Grayson on the season is a 74.5% free throw shooter. Hit the first one. Let's see if he can knock down the second one. The line he goes. Second toss. Good. 33-30. What a low-scoring ball game. You know, when the Wildcats have these nights like this is when they struggle the most. As Cleveland game comes to mind, when the Wildcats just couldn't get their offense rolling as they shoot another 3. This is partially rejected. Grayson has the rebound. Here comes Ray down the floor. The Wildcats down by 3. Ray spins. Got to be careful with it. Faulkners are back there quickly to guard. Here comes Ray, 3-pointer in a tie game. If he hits it, no good. Rebound, Shamar, back up with a shot. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Karns. And the Beavers a little slow to get up. 22.7 seconds to play. The Wildcats down 33-30. They were tied 20-20 after 1. We're down 13-6 after 1. That means at halftime it was 20-20. Grayson with it. Top of the circle. Price Davis with it. Dribbles around a screen. All the way to the right corner. Goes into Shamar. He got shoved from the backside. That was going to be called against Walker Lockhart. What team foul number is that against Karns?
That'll be the 4th team foul, David. Should be the 3rd on Walker Lockhart.
Bridge ball down 3, 13 seconds to play. Here's the lob. It comes in to Oak Ridge's Caden Brightheart. 9 seconds to play. Coach Green says start the play. Price with it. 5-4. Bounce pass inside Grayson Strader. He's fouled again. And Grayson's going to shoot free throws. Our offense here in the third quarter recently has been Grayson Strader at the free throw line. He'll go to the line once again for 2 more shots.
And Walker Lockhart just picked up his 4th foul with 1.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter, David.
Grayson will have 2 shots here. It's a 33-30 game. Grayson's first toss is up good. Back to the free throw line once again. Grayson Strader. Wildcats down 2, 33-31. Toss on a way up there. Good. Wildcats down a point. Karns with 1 second. Mid-court shot. He can't get it off as the third quarter comes to a close. We've played 3 quarters of basketball, and we've got a 1-point game. 33-32 our score. Back to the Wildcat Arena for the fourth and final quarter in 60 seconds.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
A winning tradition defines Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. At Mortgage Investors Group, we pride ourselves in the same winning tradition to help your family find the perfect mortgage loan. Call Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes here at the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats down 33-32. Fourth quarter underway. Karns has the ball first, so we start playing the fourth quarter. With the basketball, number 3, dribbling it. He lost the dribble off the foot of Price Davis out of bounds, and with 7:48 to play in the ball game. Wildcats have Cooper Williams back in the ball game. Great minutes by Shamar Green here today, along with Grayson Strader in the ballgame, Caden Brightheart, Price Davis, and Ray. Aiden Goins going to drive in, fires up a shot off the glass, count it, and he's fouled. I thought maybe he ran a run into our guy, but he's going to be given an opportunity for a three-point play.
So that's the first team foul on the Wildcats. That's Cooper Williams. I believe that's his second foul, but yeah, I really think that was on Aiden Goins. I would call him for the charge on that one.
He throws good, and just like that, the Wildcats are down 4 once again, 36-32. Wildcats have trailed by as many as 10. Grayson's going to drive right, give it out high to Caden Brightheart. Brightheart backs it up once again. The Wildcats over to Ray. The Wildcats still without Brennan Scott in the ball game. Ray's going to shoot a 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Aiden Goins. Wildcats can't buy anything from perimeter. I think they're going to have to get Brennan back in the ball game. I know he's struggling in this game, but with the 0 points, there's some bad defense by Oak Ridge. They get a shot off Goins. They're going to call a foul, and it's going to be another shooting violation. Wildcats have got no offense. I mean, the Wildcats just struggling big time for offense as they play currently with 7:12 to play, down 4, could be 6 if he hits both of these free throws. Karns trying to beat Oak Ridge for the first time in a long, long time. 25 straight wins for the Wildcats. But Karns has earned it here tonight if they win, because they definitely outplayed us. There's a missed shot. 5-point game, 7:11 to play. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. With the basketball will come Raekwon Watson. Got a screen. Wildcats. Grayson Strader with it. Dribbles in, has trouble with his dribble. Stops. Gives it out here to Price Davis along to Ray. Had Price early. Couldn't get the ball to him. Throws the ball away. Very bad pass here. Wildcats going to get the ball right back because they're going to commit a foul. Wildcats now in a little bit of a panic mode. The Wildcats down 5, 37-32, and Karns will get the basketball. Karns had not beaten Oak Ridge in a long while as Quez comes into the ball game and Brennan Scott comes in for the Wildcats. Quez Thomas, Brennan Scott, Cooper Williams, Grayson Strader, and Caden Brightheart. 6:50 to play. Beavers in the lead here. J.J. Faulkner with it, guarded by Brennan. Going to take him. Nope, he's going to back up. They're going to work a little time off the clock. Now they're going to work in and dribble in. Get a shot off. No good. On the rebound, Karns. He fell down, and the ball fell right in his hands. Here comes Goins, free throw line. He's going to throw the ball away. Wildcats almost got it with Cooper Williams, and he's going to step out of bounds with it.
Great hustle that time by Cooper Williams, David, as he went for the free ball, and he landed on the ball, so that had to have been painful. but he gets up and shakes it off and goes back to covering Goins.
Wildcats are down 5. They need some stops on defense. Karns and away from the ball. We're going to have a foul against Brendan Scott, I believe. Queener calls that one away from the ball.
No, he's going to call that on Cooper Williams. Unfortunately, that's going to be his 4th foul. So off the bench will come Shamar Green back into the game for the Wildcats.
Nothing against Cooper because he's been playing great, but Shamar's playing his best game of the year. Right now, Grayson has words with him. Got to keep him out of foul trouble. Goins has it. He's going to dribble in against Shamar. Take a charge. Not as good. The big guy just drove past him. Nobody wants to get in his way, I know. The Wildcats are in trouble. Down by 7, 39-32. Having trouble getting any kind of offense. Brendan Scott drives in, pulls up, and shoots. Good! Brendan Scott finally on the board here, and Coach Green calls a timeout. Still a 5-point game. Wildcats down. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. 5:58 to play. The Wildcats looking at their second district loss unless they can overcome this 5-point deficit with just under 6 minutes to go. 39-34 the score. The Wildcats on defense here playing with Shamar Green, Brennan Scott. Here comes Aiden Goins driving in. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Caden Brighthart. Brighthart and the Wildcats coming coast to coast with it. Off it goes to Quez. He lost the ball. Wildcats got in a hurry, and they've got numbers. They get a layup. It's blocked. No good. Rebounded back up. Good. Wildcats got in a hurry down the floor, and they're down by 7. 41-34. Wildcats, I don't know. I think, honestly, the people in the ball game right now are struggling a little bit as the Wildcats think we need to have Ray back in there. Brennan turns it over again. 9-point game unless Brighthart can stop this one. Here's the shot. It's up. No good. Shamar's got the rebound. Shamar came ready to play here. Wildcats coming down the floor down by 7. 5 minutes to play. Brennan Scott, boy, they need this 3. It's short. Rebounded by Caden Brighthart. Back to Brennan it goes. He's got to keep shooting. As the Wildcats work it out to Quez. Back to Brennan. Keep shooting it, Brennan. You can knock him down. He goes in with a finger roll shot. Good. Shooter's got to shoot, Mark. I know he's missed several in this ball game, but he's got to keep going.
Yeah, he does. And I'm sure Coach Green would tell him the exact same thing. You know that he's got it in him. He's a tremendous shooter for the Wildcats.
Karns with the basketball. Trying to work time here. They've got a 5-point lead. They've led most of the way. They've had a 10-point lead in the game. The Wildcats have led 4 different occasions here. J.J. Faulkner drives in, right side. Good defense by Brennan. Has to back it up. 4:18 to play. 41-36 to score. Coach Henson calling out the plays here. Karns content to work time here. So the Wildcats have got to play solid here. Here comes a fadeaway jumper. It's partially rejected. Goins missed the shot. A lot of contact there. Here's Brennan down the floor. Brennan Scott dribbles in. Gives it inside to Caden Brighthart. Missed the layup. Gets the rebound. No good. The Wildcats, Shamar Green back up. Good. Shamar scores. A lot of contact there. No call, and it's 41-38. Here comes Karns down the floor. 3:46 to play. The Wildcats worked hard on the offensive glass there, and Coach Henson wants to call a timeout. Wildcats down 41 to 38 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to play. Mark, a lot of contact on that other end of the floor. Luckily, Shamar's battling. Shamar's played tough all night.
He really has. He's got 11 points in the ball game, David. But he's really earning his minutes tonight, especially against Aiden Goins. I mean, I would say Shamar Green's really holding his own against it, and whereas I would say Cooper Williams has kind of been struggling against Aiden Goins.
Maybe a quickness factor, although Goins is, for as big as he is, and he is big, for those of you on the radio listening to us, I mean, they list him at about 260, but I think he's closer to 280, maybe even more than that. He's 6'7", 6'8". He's just a really, really big guy. He's kind of quick of foot, actually, for a big guy.
Yeah, he moves well for a big guy. With one thing I was thinking about him earlier in the game is he's quite a factor both on offense and on defense, but where he's vulnerable is in the transition because he does not like getting up and down the court.
Oak Ridge down by 3, 41-38 the score. It'll be Karns with the basketball. The Wildcats have, let's see, Ray in the ballgame, Caden Brightheart. Price Davis is in the ballgame along with Grayson Strader and Brennan Scott. The Wildcats going with a little smaller lineup here as they dribble in. There's an offensive foul. Could have been called. They put up a shot. It's up. It's the rim. No good. Ray's got the rebound. Wildcats pushing it up the floor down by 3. Ray waits for his teammates. Now dribbles in. Out of control. His shot is blocked. Foul's going to be called. Foul called against Karns. Ray forced the action there and got bailed out because he was fouled.
Yeah, that foul is going to go against Aiden Goins. That'll be his third. So Ray goes to the line for the Wildcats with 4 points, and he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
It's the first toss up there. Good. He's a 67.6% free throw shooter. Closes the gap to 2 at 41-39 with 3:20 to play. It was 7 just a few moments ago. The Wildcats back within 2 and 1. If he can knock this free throw down, then he does. And it's 41-40. This is just like the other ball game, Mark, at Karns, where the two teams really, nobody could get any kind of separation. And when one would get some separation, the other would make a play. And it's just coming down right to the wire here. Deflected pass, almost a turnover there by Karns. 3:03 to play. Karns by 1. Beaver basketball. Goins with it. Around the right side, it goes to Bubba Faulkner. 2:56 to play. Bubba drives in. Here's the shot. It's good. And down the floor will come the Wildcats. Good penetration. Coach Henson calls a timeout. Great penetration there by Karns. Got him the bucket and the wide open man underneath the goal. Timeout asked for. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
David Clary back here at the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats are down 43-40. They've trailed by as many as 10 in the ball game. I think their biggest lead, 2. That's the biggest lead they've had in the ball game. Karns has really played well. Their best ball game they've played against the Wildcats since the last time we played them, about 2.5 weeks ago. Wildcats will get the ball down by 3. Got to value the ball. Got to value every possession. Coach Henson doesn't want us to press as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor down by 3. 43-40 the score. Big district ball game. The Wildcats, Ray with it to Caden Brightheart. Drives in. Should have a layup. Here it is on its way. Good. Caden knocks it down. And Coach Green calls a timeout. That was pretty lax defense there by the Karns Beavers.
Yeah, it was. It's kind of surprising that Jalen Roberts let Caden Brightheart get so deep. But that's exactly what Caden does, and Jalen gets called for the foul. So that'll send Caden Brightheart to the line. He's got 9 points. He's 1 of 1 from the line tonight.
I thought it was a timeout. I didn't even see the foul. We can tie it right here if Caden can knock down the shot. He's a 68.9% free throw shooter. Free throw is good, and we're tied. 43-43 the score, so Wildcats erase a 7-point deficit. The last time that we were tied, I can't even go back that far. It might have been at halftime when it was 20-20. Here come the Beavers with the basketball. 2:26 to play in the ball game. Nearly a foul by Price Davis, and it is going to be a foul. Personal foul, or is it a jump ball?
Well, it's going to be a personal foul on the drive by, let's see, probably Price Davis. He'll pick up the foul, but then after that, Jalen Roberts had something to say or do, and he got charged with a technical.
Look at number 1 going after him. Come on, officials, stop that. That should be another technical right there. Look at the situation here, and he's continuing to get going here. The officials did an absolute terrible job of breaking that up. They stayed back in the rear court while all that was happening. And here comes Officer Swigert. Joe Gaddis is out there. The technical is fouled. They should have had another technical. It should have been a double technical on the Beaver. Queener is coming over the scores table. So what's going on here? Kind of rehash what's going on. Is more police officers are down on the floor.
I saw 2 technicals called, one on Jalen Roberts and one on J.J. Faulkner. I believe they called a foul. It looked like they called a foul on the number 3, but they didn't have a number 3. Well, yeah, they did for Karns. But I'm surprised. I mean, Oak Ridge got a foul in there somewhere. I mean, it started with an Oak Ridge foul, and then at least 2 technical fouls on Karns after that.
Well, we'll see how it's all sorted out. I don't think the officials did a really good job. Initially they did, but then it continued on, and they did not do a good job at all with it. Now they seem to have control of it. Grayson Strader is going to go to the line. I don't know how many times. We're so far above the floor here. Didn't hear the conversation. I know we have police officers on the floor here. There was no punching. There was just talking and jawing. Now the 2 other officials are saying, hey, and they don't know what's going on. I think that they want to know what's going on. Queener's in charge. Let him be in charge. Don't let these other 2 guys make any decisions here because they're not as good officials. 2:23 to play. This could be a big-time turn of events here because the Wildcats, if they're shooting the technicals here, they're going to get the ball again. And they're in a tie game with only 2:23 to play. And official over to talk to Coach Green, Coach Scott, Coach Green's dad, Danny Green, along with Ted Mitchell. Grayson's going to shoot free throws. We need them. Free throws up there. Good. Wildcats have the lead. 44-43. Grayson Strader, another technical free throw. Trying to give Oak Ridge a 2-point lead. Here comes the senior. Held scoreless in the first half. He knocks it down. 45-43. Now what? Now they're talking again. You thought they'd had this all figured out before. I guess it's going to be Oak Ridge's basketball. Side court. That is the case. 2:23 to play. The Wildcats by 2. And that equals their biggest lead. The Wildcats led 2-0 at one point. And they've led 23-22. Yeah, this equals their biggest lead. It's 45-43 Wildcats here. 2:18 to play in the ball game. So the technical foul's hurting them as Wildcats are going to drive in for a shot. What a drive! And the Wildcats have a 4-point lead. Ray went right over the top of Aiden Goins there. Great play. Yes, it was. Here comes Bubba Faulkner with a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Beavers. Inside for the shot. Good. Foul called against Oak Ridge. Count the bucket. Tried to block the shot. Didn't take the charge and let him run over it. And they'll go to the free throw line with a chance for a 3-point play.
So on the foul, I'm trying to figure out, it looked like he called 1-5, but we don't have a 15 either.
I thought it was on Grayson. I thought it was on Grayson. But it'll be J.J. Faulkner going to the free throw line. 47-45, Oak Ridge. Free throws on its way. Good. So not a great turn of events there. The Wildcats by 1. Minute 56 to play here, but a great drive just a moment ago by Oak Ridge's Raekwon Watson. He just took it straight to the hole against Goins. Minute 54 to play. Oak Ridge by 1. 47-46 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. With it will come Ray. Holding it at the midcourt line. They stay back of him. Wildcats have got it spread just a bit. Karns not so eager to go man-to-man here as they work the ball to Grayson Strader. Wildcats got to value the ball. Grayson just standing there with the ball. Can't pick up that pivot foot. Now they come out to guard him. He dribbles back with a minute 29 to play. Grayson Strader back to Ray. The Wildcats up by 1. 47-46, a minute 22 to play in the game. Here comes Ray dribbling in. Ray all the way to the hole. Good! He scores! He's fouled! He'll go to the free throw line. Great drive again by Raekwon Watson.
It was a tremendous drive, David. And he picked up the foul, I believe, on number 5. That'll be his first for Karns. But 3-point opportunity here for Ray Watson as he goes to the line. He's got 10 points, gunning for 11.
Most of those have come here in the second half. Good minutes by Price Davis comes out of the game. A One possession game right now, 49-46, but Ray can make it a two-possession ball game if the sophomore can knock down the free throw. And he does. 50-46, the Wildcats on top by 4, and Coach Green has called a timeout. Wildcats were down 7 points just a little while ago. It was actually an 8-point game. Actually, Wildcats were down 7 at one point. It was, I'm trying to check my notes here, looking back at it, 39-31. The Wildcats were down 7. Actually, it was 39-32, and they were down 7. So, but they've come all the way back. They got a little help from the Malvy Karns Beavers. It's kind of helped them, their cause a little bit. Mark?
Yeah, it has. So great job by the Wildcats. Not retaliating, I guess, is the best way to put it. So, all those fouls. I was actually surprised that there was only 2 free throws attempted by the Wildcats. It looked to me like they called multiple fouls on Karns, and so I would have thought we would have been shooting at the free throw line for a while.
Oak Ridge by 4, 50-46, a minute 15 to play. The Wildcats trying to get another district win and a tiebreaker over Karns, and as typical as we expected, we knew it was going to be a game like this, and I expect to play them again at some point in the district tournament. As the Beavers have the ball, they're going to roll the ball into number 1, J.J. Fogg, and the Wildcats pick him up right there at the midcourt line. They're going to dribble down the floor. Minute 10 to play, 50-46. Aiden Goins going to drive against Shamar. Backs it up once again to J.J. Minute 4 to play. Here comes the pass down the left side. Working a lot of time. Goins with it, top of the circle. Goins wants to take Shamar. Almost turned the ball over. We're down to 56 seconds to play. Karns with a 3. Good. What a big shot there by the Beavers. And it's a 1-point game, and Coach Henson calls a timeout. He left that guy open. He nailed it from the left corner.
Yeah, he did. That was Tutu, your favorite player. He's now with 4 points. Just a clutch three-pointer from the left corner over there, David.
My favorite player, your favorite wardrobe choice. 51.1 second to play in the ball game. What happened with the Lady Wildcats earlier today, Mark?
They were victorious tonight. They led the entire game, really, David. But it got a little nerve-wracking for me in the fourth quarter as the Lady Wildcats were victorious 61-53. But as I said earlier, they were outscored in the fourth quarter 22-16.
With the victory, the Lady Wildcats win the regular season District 3 championship. They do that by knocking off the Lady Beavers for the second time. Karns will be the second-place team. They will have the other bye at the district tournament. It is camo night. There's not a whole lot of people in the stands in the student section wearing camo. There's probably about 25 to 30 kids in there, a lot of them football guys. As the Wildcats have a slim 1-point lead here, 51.1 second. They'll face pressure in the rear court. Wildcats have had some inbounds issues. Caden Breihart's going to work the ball in. And it comes to Brennan Scott, good free throw shooter, and immediately he is trapped in the corner. That's actually Price Davis. He goes to the corner and got trapped, which is not what you don't want to do that.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, they're going to give heavy pressure, so he immediately runs to the corner. He gets the inbounds pass and then is trapped immediately and has to call a timeout. I don't know if that was by design or not, but I would not encourage, getting trapped like that in the corner.
Kind of surprised Price is in the ballgame right now. Hopefully, Price is a good shooter. He's a good defender, but Wildcats are up by 1. There's 48.8 seconds to play, but that's a wasted timeout right there. Just not a good decision there. Wildcats back on defense. Caden Breithart's going to work it in from the corner now. Wildcats playing with Raekwon Watson, Grayson Strader. Wildcats also have Brennan Scott in the ballgame. Oak Ridge ball, trying to get it in. And here it comes into Ray Ray. Ray Ray's going to come out of there with it, and he's fouled in the rear court. Foul called against Karns. Ray Ray will, I think, go to the free throw line. What team foul number is that?
We're already in the double bonus. We're over 10 fouls, David. So Bubba Faulkner picked up the foul there. To the line for the Wildcats will go Raekwon Watson. He's got 11 points. He's 4 of 5 from the line. He missed his first free throw, but has made 4 straight.
They'll go to the line twice here. Oak Ridge by 1, 50-49. Nice for Ray to knock both of them down here. 46 seconds to play. 50-49, the Wildcats in the lead. Here's the sophomore putting it up there. Good. Wildcats by 2. 51-49. Ray back to the free throw line. 46.4 seconds. They're going to bring back in the ball game Walker Lockhart. Wildcats. They also have Goins in the ball game. Back to the free throw line will go the sophomore Ray. Pulls up, shoots it. Good. 52-49 the score. Here comes Karns down the floor. 43 seconds to play. Wildcats in the lead by 3. Got to keep them knocking down three-pointers here. Here's J.J. Faulkner dribbling out to Goins. He had a 3. Didn't want to pull the trigger. 33 seconds to play. Goins holds it over his head, swings it out here to the left side to Bubba Faulkner. Down to 26 seconds to play. 52-49 the Wildcats in the lead. Bubba dribbles it out to Goins. Goins harassed by Shamar. Swings the ball with 18 seconds to play. Karns taking a lot of time here. Bubba Faulkner back to Goins. Goins dribbles in, stops, swings it in the baseline, goes inside, steal by Oak Ridge. Wildcats, Caden Breithart's got the basketball, and a foul's going to be called with 7.3 seconds to play. And the nightmare continues for Lee Henson and the Karns Beavers. What can he do to get a win over Oak Ridge? They've led the entire way. 7.3 seconds. They try to waste time. They don't get a shot off, and they're going to lose again if Caden Breithart can knock down at least one of these shots.
Just terrific perimeter defense by the Wildcats that time, David. You could tell that they were trying to get the ball to Goins to take a 3, but every time he got the ball, he had somebody right on him. Caden Breithart just hits a clutch free throw as the Wildcats extend their lead to 4 points with 7.3 seconds remaining on the clock.
And Karns is going to lose another one. Down the stretch, they're going to choke it again. 7 seconds to play here. 54-49 the score. The Wildcats still got to play defense. 6-5, three-pointer up, no good. The Wildcats have the rebound. Karns has lost another one after leading the entire way. 54-49. The Wildcats come away with a big victory over Karns, have the tiebreaker over the Beavers. They have earned a bye to the first round of the district tournament, and they can win the district championship on Thursday night at Campbell County. Karns does what Karns does best, blow a lead at the end of the game. They lose the ball game 54-49. I know I'm being harsh on them, but it just seems to happen all the time. In games against Oak Ridge, they don't know how to put away the Wildcats, and they lose it 54-49. The Wildcats were down 7 on 2 different occasions late in the ball game, but they make enough plays. Karns does not. Oak Ridge wins it 54-49. Your thoughts, Mark?
I thought it was a tremendous game by the Wildcats, David. They hung in there. The most interesting thing is the Wildcats outscored the Karns Beavers 22-16 in the fourth quarter, and that's how they get their 5-point lead or win actually tonight. So great job by the Wildcats. They kept their heads cool while Karns seemed to kind of lose theirs a little bit there late in the game.
Wildcats hit free throws down the stretch, and that was so crucial for them, Mark.
Oh, it was. It really was. Led by Grayson Strader. Let's see. He hit 6 straight, and he was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. But he hit his final 6. Ray Watson, he hit his final 6 free throws as well. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Caden Breithart was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And Shamar Green was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So as a team, the Wildcats only missed 3 free throws on the night.
Wildcats win the ball game 54-49. We're going to take a break and let you work on the final stats. Wildcats, the triple sweep tonight. We'll be back to talk about it more following this 2-minute timeout.
Wildcat fans, this is Todd Fox. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance and Fox Insurance Group in Oak Ridge, the no problem people. For more information, visit grayfoxins.com or call 482-0513.
For personal, professional, and affordable accounting services, call Tracy Larrabee, CPA. Tracy's a 1978 graduate of Oak Ridge High School and can help with business, individual, estate, interest, tax accounting services, payroll processes for businesses, small business bookkeeping, tax planning, plus management advocacy services. Call Tracy Larrabee, CPA, 425-7736, or stop by 683 Emory Valley Road, Suite B. Tracy Larrabee, CPA.
Your pets are part of the family, and the caring professionals at MacArthur Animal Hospital know this, and they put their years of veterinary experience in caring to work. MacArthur Animal Hospital is located at 2190 Oak Ridge Turnpike in Oak Ridge. To learn more or to make an appointment, please call Dr. Paul Sluha at 865-482-1797. MacArthur Animal Hospital is proud to support some other cats, too, the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and they would like to wish them well this season. MacArthur Animal Hospital, proudly serving the Oak Ridge area, 482-1797.
Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge is proud to be a family and locally owned full-service car dealership.
Because of our outstanding commitment to servicing our competitive prices, you will not find a better experience buying a pre-owned vehicle than at Sexton Automotive of Oak Ridge. We never charge any dock or add-on fees and have no pressure environment.
Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles specializing in large passenger vans to help get your large group wherever you are headed.
Roll Wildcats Roll, Dennis of Radovac, Oak Ridge High School, class of 2008.
Get your next in at Sexton, Elizabeth Beard, Oak Ridge High School class of 2001. Online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival brings 3 nationally acclaimed storytellers to the Grove Theater June 2nd and 3rd for 3 days of workshops and performances. The event is sponsored by the 3 Oak Ridge Rotary Clubs and happens the first weekend of June every year. This year's stories include American history through music, and I guess old John wasn't crazy after all about Oak Ridge prophet John Hendricks. Go to flatwatertales.com for more information and tickets. Please plan to join the fun this year at the Flatwater Tales Storytelling Festival.
David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes. Ben George did our camera work down below. The Wildcats somehow managed to beat Karns again. Final score was 54-49. The Wildcats' biggest lead of the game didn't come into the final minute of the game. The Wildcats were one time trailing in this ball game 16-6 back in the first quarter. They trailed 13-6 after one quarter and fell behind 16-6. At one point, and Wildcats just kind of chipped away, and then Karns would come back, take the lead, and the Wildcats would chip away and even it up or hold within one, and then they'd fall behind. They actually fell behind by seven with 4:50 to play in the ball game, 41-34. Kind of one of the bigger parts of the ball game, obviously, was the fact that Karns could not control their tempers, and they got a couple fouls, a technical foul. The Wildcats took advantage of it. The Wildcats hit their free throws down the stretch, and the Wildcats are just a win over Campbell County away from winning the district. They've got the tiebreaker over Karns, which gives them the bye to the region tournament. And right now, the Wildcats are looking pretty for the regular season championship. Mark, I know you've got the final stats.
Yes, I do, David. Oak Ridge with 4 individuals in double figures tonight. Oak Ridge led in scoring by Ray Watson. He had 13 points. He was 3 of 8 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Caden Brightheart had 12 points. He was 4 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Also with 12 points was Grayson Strader. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 11 points for Shamar Green off the bench for the Wildcats. He was 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Brendan Scott, he struggled tonight. He was held to only 4 points tonight. That's very low for him, well under his average, I'm sure. He was 2 of 7 from the field. 2 points also by Cooper Williams. He started off really, really well. He had the first 2 points of the ball game, I believe, David, for either team, and those were the only 2 points he had all night. He was 1 of 4 from the field. As a team, the Wildcats were 17 of 39 from the field. They were 15 of 27 in twos. They were 2 of 12 in threes, and they were 18 of 21 from the free throw line. So as you said, David, late free throws really really were a benefit for the Wildcats tonight. Looking at the Karns Beavers, they were led in scoring by J.J. Faulkner. He had 16 points to lead all scorers tonight. He was 5 of 16 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 13 points for Bubba Faulkner. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 9 points for Aiden Goins, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 6 points for Walker Lockhart. He was 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Simon Tutu came off the bench. He had 4 points for the Karns Beavers. He was 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Jalen Roberts, number 11, had 2 points for the Beavers. He was 1 of 11 from the field. So as a team, the Beavers were 18 of 56 from the field. They were 11 of 34 in twos. They were 7 of 22 in threes. And they were 7 of 10 from the free throw line. So both teams only missed 3 free throws. The difference is Oak Ridge took 21. Karns only took 10. Wildcats were trailing at the end of the first quarter. As I said, as we said, they really started out slow. They were trailing 13-6 at the end of the first quarter, but then came back, outscoring the Beavers 14-7 to tie up the ball game at half, where the score was 20-20. In the third quarter, the Beavers edge out the Wildcats, outscoring them 13-12, and they took a 33-32 lead into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Wildcats, as I said earlier, outscored the Beavers 22-16, and that's how they get a 5-point win tonight by a final score of 54-49. Earlier tonight, the Lady Wildcats were victorious. They won by 8 points, 61-53. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Demetria Strickland. She had 22. Ayana Porter had 17. Zayana Stewart had 12. Lindsey Cleveland with 5. Cannon Green with 4. And Bella Boone had 3. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 18-10. Then outscored the Lady Beavers 16-11 in the second quarter to take a 34-21 lead into halftime. In the third quarter, the Lady Wildcats, like the boys, outscoring Karns by 1 point in the third quarter, this time 11-10. But in the fourth quarter, the Lady Beavers actually outscored the Lady Wildcats 22-16. That's when I personally got nervous, but the Lady Wildcats were able to hold on to the win as they won by 8 points, as I said, 61-53. David?
See Coach Green making his way out of the dressing room. Let's talk a little bit here, Mark. The free throws, I think the big deal. Obviously, the Wildcats hit them down the stretch, and you talked about the discrepancy between the two teams in terms of the fouls. I think, honestly, I honestly didn't think the game was officiated that well. I think it was very physical. There's a lot of things that weren't called, but the Wildcats just took advantage of it and hit those free throws. And going back to that little issue there at one point where the technicals were called, Karns, which hasn't beaten Oak Ridge in years, were their own worst enemy right there, Mark. I mean, if they keep their composure, who knows how the game ends up? But they did not. They got, the Wildcats got hit a couple technical shots. They also got the ball right after that and just made plays down the stretch when Karns did not. And this is a very experienced Karns team. They've got a lot more seniors out there playing than do Oak Ridge, but it was Oak Ridge that held their composure, maybe because of the big schedule they've played where they didn't seem to panic. But the Wildcats made the plays, Karns did not, and that's the way this series has gone the last 10 years.
Yeah, and I honestly think that, those technicals that Karns got, and I'll be interested to see what Coach Green says about that, how that all worked out. But that really seemed to fire up the Wildcats, because after that, I believe it was Ray who made a tremendous drive down the paint and shot a kind of a floater over Aiden Goins.
I was pretty harsh on the Beavers there at the end of the ball game, to be sure. But, that's the way it is. We played them in a district championship a few years ago. We were down by about 20, and they lost the lead. The Wildcats were behind the entire game the last time we played them. Karns lost the lead. Tonight, they lose the lead. Tough way to end ball games. But the truth is, the Wildcats have not lost to Karns in about 10 years. The Wildcats have won 25, 26 in a row against the Karns Beavers, and a lot of them just like that, where they have not been able to make the plays. And that's just the bottom line. Bottom line, Mark.
Hey, David, I snuck in here. This is Coach Green.
Hey, Coach, congratulations first off on the win. What can you say here? It's one of those games where, Karns outplayed you, I thought, for 3/4 of the game, maybe 3.5 quarters of the game. You played hard on defense. You were holding them down. They weren't scoring. Your shots weren't falling, and your main guys were just not hitting shots. I think Brennan ended up only with 4. I think he hadn't scored at halftime. Grayson had not scored at halftime. Ray was down, and but you were still in the ball game because of your defense. They could have blown you out because you weren't hitting shots, but you made the plays down the stretch, hit free throws, made some crucial defensive stops, and you win the ball game, and you have the tiebreaker over Karns, and just a big win for your team.
Yeah, I think you said a lot of things that I was going to touch on, David. I think number one, it's, I'm proud of our guys. I mean, that was we didn't play our best. I think Karns had a lot to do with that. They're a talented team. They're a good team. And I think I just want to say we played bad. I mean, I thought they had a lot to do with it. They made a few adjustments from defensively from what they did the last time. Offensively, we just seemed like we were. My dad said it over on the bench at some point in the second half. I think when we got down 5 or 6, it just seemed like they kind of lulled us to sleep. Everybody's kind of just lethargic. Our cuts were slow, our screens were slow. Everybody's kind of not being aggressive all of a sudden, and what happens when you, and this is I've seen this a lot over my years of playing and coaching basketball, is when the shots when the shots are not falling, you just your human nature is lose a little bit of confidence, and you're not as aggressive, and that was one of the things I addressed after the game was we got to play, and of course, David, you know me better than anybody and how our teams play. I mean, we've got to play aggressive the first 3.5 quarters like we did the last 3 or 4 minutes, offensively. We kind of got downhill, and it was like, okay, here, and I think it was one of the timeouts. I was like, look, we got to spread it out and go. You guys got to quit playing with the ball and let's get to the rim. We got to have some people make some plays, and they did. I thought, but again, it's a sign of a good team. I've always said this, when you play bad offensively and you can still find a way to win against a good team. I don't think you're always going to beat a good team if you struggle offensively, because sometimes you're just, sometimes you can't hold them down. We were fortunate enough tonight to hold them down. 49 points was, probably the fewest they've had. If not the fewest they've had all year, it was first or second, I believe. So you've got to, and that's where you hang your hat. When you struggle offensively, you've got to lock down and get more stops and, just find ways to get the ball in the hole. But, I thought Grayson Strader, just looking at the book, he had 12 all in the second half. He made some big free throws. He had 7 to 8 from the free throw line, made some clutch ones there, in that technical situation. I thought, Raycon, Ray, at 2, 4, 6, 8, had 9 points in the fourth quarter alone, ended up with 13. I thought Caden came alive a little bit there in the second half. I thought Price Davis come in. Brendan was struggling. He was having an off night. He was turning the ball over, shots wasn't falling. And, I thought Price Davis come in and gave us some good minutes there in the second half on the defensive end.
Look at Shamar's line.
Yeah, created some havoc. And then, Shamar, had 11 points, and I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know he probably had close to 7 or 8, 9, 10 rebounds. I don't know if Cooper was feeling his best tonight, but, as soon as Shamar came in the game, I think he scored he had 7 points at halftime, and those were all in probably limited minutes. And then, he had some big plays there, in the late in the game as well. But just proud of our team. Like I said before, Karns has got a really talented team, and just proud of our guys for gutting it out and find a way to win when you don't play your best.
Some teams sometimes get snake bit sometimes, and I think Karns is one of those teams. Karns has had so many leads on us late in the ball games, they haven't been able to finish ball games, and sometimes it kind of gets in your head sometimes, I think. And I think if you go back to that district championship game a few years ago, in the game at Karns, they led most of the way. Sometimes, and I've been told this, just the OR sometimes creates that kind of doubt in their mind. Nothing against Karns. I thought they played great, to be honest with you, during the game. And Goins causes so many difficult things, but sometimes teams just can't figure out a way to get over that hump.
Yeah, and I don't. Of course, you know me, David. I don't really. I didn't even know how many times we'd won in a row, honestly, until I heard you talking when you thought I was somebody else up here. But so until you said that, I had no idea we'd won whatever it was in a row. I don't know. I don't really know how much that kind of, I let everybody else kind of do that, but we've had, I know it was a tough one over there. We were fortunate to win, kind of hung on there at the end, and it was a tough one here. We kind of hung on at the end, and I think it's just and sometimes it can get flipped. You have guys not make plays. Certain guys make shots or not make plays, and we've been fortunate more times than not that we have guys step up and make plays. And if we don't make free throws that game, we probably lose. For sure. I mean, we were 18 to 21 from the foul line.
They hardly went to the line too. I mean, you had a definite advantage at the line.
Yeah, and that was that's a tough game to. It's that's something we've tried to emphasize is getting to the foul line more. But we got there some in the second half. Of course, the technical was 2 free ones or whatever. But anyway, I mean, it was a great win. I was proud of all of our guys. I thought everybody contributed in some way, and then. Like I tell our guys, winning is not a guarantee. I mean, and find a way to impact winning. Winning is not easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's always hard. We don't take it for granted. And we gotta. Like I told them. And I said this to the team after the game. There's a. You'll probably see that more than likely. You'll see that team again at some point in the postseason. May see them twice. Who knows? And depending on because they're talented enough to make a run as well as we are. So. We'll I guess there's a big chance we'll play them again. So like I told them, last time I was like, hey, you play them again. These first 2 wins are out the window. So,
and they will remember it too, that they lost twice.
Correct. So as a coach, I start preparing my guys to kind of get that, get these 2 wins behind you. Cause we basically squeaked out 2 and, we'll take them. But again, like I said, these just seed the tournament and, the hardware is given out in February, end of February and March.
Coach, let's talk about this. I know you want to go here. I know it's a school night, but you've got the tiebreaker over Karns. You have 1 game to go. Karns cannot win the championship. West has the 2 losses. You split with them. If you were to lose to Campbell County on Thursday, would that affect anything? Or I know Karns still has to play West one more time on Friday, so the
5-star guy asked me that after the game. He said I think that clinched it, and I was like, really, I'm not real sure. I know that I guess we have the head-to-head over Karns. If you lose to Campbell County and West beats Karns, that will give both of us 2 losses. But would we have the tiebreaker over Karns because Karns was the next high seed? How did they do against Karns? How did we do against Karns? I think would be the next tiebreaker.
But if they were to lose to West, they would have 3 losses on the year, correct?
Correct.
I mean, yeah. So, well.
Yeah, okay. There is a chance. There is a chance. If we lost to Campbell County and West beats Karns, that would put West with 2 losses and us with 2 losses, just hypothetically speaking. And then there would also be a tie. I think that's right, because West has lost to us once and Karns once. And I don't know how West did tonight. I hadn't had a chance to look yet. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, you go number 1 head-to-head, so West and I split. Then you go, how did you do against the number 1 seed? If that doesn't do it, how did you do against a 2 seed, or how did you do against a 3 seed? So I think since we had beaten Karns, I think we would have that tiebreaker as well.
That's great. So you're the district champions.
Well, and if that's the case, we'll take it. But, like I told, I hadn't really discussed it. And it's kind of a weird deal. We got a game Thursday at Campbell County, and we got to have 1 day of prep. And you know how that place is going up there. And Coach Clausen does a great job, and he'll have his team ready, and they'll be ready to roll. And they've had some losses of late, but that's a team that lost to West by 2 at West, and had a shot there at the end to win it and missed it. So we'll definitely have to be ready to go, and we're going to play it like it's for the district title. I can assure you that.
Coach, I have one more question here.
Yeah.
Not actually, more of a comment. Actually, I thought your guys did a great job maintaining their composure when the technical foul situation was happening down on the floor. I thought your guys did a really good job staying in control there.
Yeah, and I didn't see what happened after the first when they called the technical on 11 for Karns. I turned around to try. I was trying to figure out. We've got so many guys that shoot free throws well. They're all pretty close, and Brennan was struggling, so I wasn't sure. So I was trying to figure out who had made the most free throws. So I wasn't looking. The next thing I know, I hear, a whistle, another whistle, and I didn't really see what happened, but. I kind of turned around and caught the last of it, but I think I ended up taking Price out because I thought he was kind of talking, but I don't even think he was, so I had to apologize to Price. I think I had the wrong guy. We addressed that after the game, David. Just since you brought it up, hey, you got to always keep your composure. If we get a bunch of technicals right there, they go make free throws. That could be that could be game-winning. Plays or bad decisions that can cost you a game. And, and I think they had some guys maybe come off their bench. I'm not sure. I mean, there were a couple, but, I told the guys you can never leave the bench. So there's an opportunity to kind of address that because, sometimes stuff like that gets happen. It's a competitive game. Kids are competitive. And, I agree. I was, without really knowing exactly kind of how it went down, I was, for the most part, not knowing all the facts. I was pleased with our guys, how they handled it.
Coach, just your final comments on the big win tonight.
Yeah, good win, and I thought we had a really good crowd. I anticipated a good crowd. I thought with the girls being a good team. And how about the girls win, David? That's a heck of a win. I'm really proud of them because with Jenna going out and having to scrap, I thought for the time that I got to watch, I usually go back and talk to our team with about 4 or 5 minutes to go. Yeah, they were getting after them. I thought they were D'ing them up and disrupting them, and. Just a huge win for them. I think that clinched their district title. So a huge win for the girls. Again, obviously we talked enough about our game. I'm proud of our guys. But again, David, you know me. I mean, we'll take it, but we've got to continue to get better. And we've got to be playing our best basketball here in a couple of weeks. So there's no, we're not going to be patting everybody on the back and, getting satisfied. It's a postseason sport, and we got to be locked in and get ready to go. And we've got to get better. We've got to play better offensively for sure, but definitely a good win.
Coach, thanks a lot. We'll see you, I guess, on the TV tomorrow if you're available, and definitely at Campbell County on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Thanks, David.
Wildcats victorious, 54-49. The Wildcats trailed by 7 halfway through the fourth quarter, came back to win the ball game, and it continued the very long winning streak against the Karns Beavers. The girls won as well, 61-53. The girls' junior varsity wins 52-34. Mark, you have any final comments before we wrap it up here?
I tell you what, I was looking forward to this game, especially after seeing these two teams battle at Karns just about 2.5 weeks ago, I believe, and it really it lived up to what I was expecting. The girls' game wasn't as close, even though, as I said, I was nervous in the fourth quarter as the Lady Beavers were coming back on the Lady Wildcats, and then. The boys' game, we trailed most of the game, and not till the very end did we get a slight lead as we only won by 5 points.
Mark, I appreciate your work today, along with Shauna and Ben George. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming Thursday when the Wildcats travel up to Campbell County. So Karns comes to town, the Wildcats get a triple sweep. Karns comes to town, the Wildcats win the girls' district championship, and Karns comes to town, the boys win the boys district championship. So good night for the Wildcats and a good night for the Oak Ridge fans. For all the people I mentioned before, this is David Clary.